Hello and welcome to Digital DM. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I hope you're all well. My name is John T. I'm joined by John, Drew, and Devon. Hi, boys.
Hey.
Hello.
I'm going to knock my microphone. And we're diving in with episode 3 of Ashtan tonight. For those of you who don't know, Ashtan is a homebrew world duct taped together by Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. And our heroes here are currently a group of privates within the main sort of human army in the world, the Centrus Fleet. But they're having a few issues about being in it. Just to let you all know, folks, before we get started, we do have affiliate now, which means you can give us money. Basically, I'm not going to try and wrap it up in any other way. Like that's basically what it means, right?
Episode 3, start paying us.
Yeah.
That first two were free.
You don't have to. The first two are free.
Yeah, exactly. This is with your free trial's over now. Yeah, so you can subscribe to the channel now if you'd like to. You get yourself a little thing by your name, and we're going to have emotes eventually as well. I didn't want to do the emotes straight away. Like I want them to try and come around organically. You know what I mean? So like if we get like a funny kind of memey thing or something that we can turn into an emote, we will do that. But also you're just going to be supporting all of us playing D&D for your enjoyment, I hope. Any bits or anything like that we receive to go directly back to the players in whichever show that you're watching. You can catch us here every Sunday at this time, and also we have another show on a Wednesday afternoon. All the details are down below. All the videos go up onto YouTube afterwards as well. Thank you, Simply Savannah. I'll get you started. Can't let those drinks go empty. Cheers. As we've said, with the look at John's tack, he's making the rest of us look bad with that thing. And look at that. Is that from a local place or online?
No, it's from it's from Amazon.
You nearly said it's from the Amazon then, and that would have been a hell of a lot cooler.
That one said.
He went down to South America
and grabbed it. But yeah, as always, folks, please chat away in the chat. We love reading your comments afterwards, but we try not to reference the chat too much while we're playing, because we really want to keep the flow of the game flowing normally. At the end of the day, this is just our weekly D&D session. We love sharing it with you, but we're not necessarily here as performers. We're here as for
nerds,
white guys wearing glasses.
Kind of rough beards,
yeah, with the 5 o'clock shadows. This is the beige D&D stream, is what you're getting right here. But there you go, cool. So if you've been following us on Twitter, you will know that Dalen Stounshield, our resident paladin, fancies himself as a bit of a bard and has been writing a diary of his adventures, a journal.
It's a manly journal.
Is journal manlier than? Because when I think of journaling, I think of like scrapbooking.
I think diary's a feminine version of it. Journaling's
matter.
I think it's probably both the same.
4 white guys wearing glasses could be a good band name. There's totally a band name called 4 white guys wearing glasses. There's no way that doesn't exist.
They're called Weezer.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, Joe, I was thinking of who was the ones that did the video on the treadmills.
Oh, okay, go.
Yeah, like in my head they are 4 white guys wearing glasses. Yeah. Cool.
You're
right.
wrong.
So Dalen's been writing a journal, a manly journal, and he's been putting them up on Twitter. And normally I start the session with a bit of a recap, and me and John have been chatting and said that there's no point in both of us writing a recap. So how about we start the sessions with a reading of Dalen's journal entry from the last session. So that's how we're going to start tonight. Before we dive into to tonight's show, you guys want to play some D&D?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, let's play some D&D!
The Journal and Musings of one Dalen Stoutshield. Day 24, Part 2. The Great Tent Exploration. We made our way to the gnome's tent with the help of Ted Deloy, whom Dermot insists on calling Dale, the guy who was working for said gnome. Ted's spirit was essentially shot. He looked like a little puppy that's been kicked. I think he's rather we just killed him. Either way, we made it to the tent where he informed us his boss's name is not Fizzwhistle. Ted was kind enough to tell us that Knot had trapped the tent, but he didn't know how, only that it was a delayed trap. As we approached the tent, we saw a bunch of wooden poles with pots on the end of them, and 2 strings tied to each pole. Dermod tried to throw axes at the problem, while Buren took a more scholarly approach. After investigating the trap, Buren decided the best course of action was to cut some of the strings and proceed. Being willing to take one on the chin, I stepped over the trap first. Nothing. I wiped my brow and called the rest of my companions over. Dermod walked up to the tent and went in, setting off the tripwire that was just inside. With the string pulled, the poles rose out of the ground and some sort of viscous material oozed out of the pots and down the rope. We heard a click and some thwoomph of an ignition, and suddenly we were surrounded by a wall of fire. Save for that little space of about 20 feet where we snipped the strings. Ha ha! We're good. Anyway, we investigated the tent where I found a leather-bound journal. It was in some mystic language that Buren informed me was gnomish. Turns out Knot had found a scroll that was a recipe for a magic wand called the Spine of Altamaha, and he was close to the coast so he could get the final ingredient. So that's how he was able to do that when we first encountered him. He wanted to keep the scroll so safe, he said he didn't even travel with it. There were all kinds of remnants from this process strewn around the tent, as well as a few valuable items, but no scroll. We noticed among the tools a dirty shovel, and then it clicked. He buried it. I grabbed the shovel and searched around the tent for a suspicious pile of sand. Eventually I found one. He even put a rock on top of it to try and throw us off. Anyway, Dermot and I dug up the scroll and decided to pocket it. By this time it was dark, and we were still a few hours from Fort Charge. We decided to let Ted go as promised and hustle back. We approached Fort Charge from the back. We let the guards know who we were and what happened, and they told us to hurry up inside. On the way to the main gate, I offered 15 silver to a few beggars, against company policy, but whatever. We eventually found our superior, Captain Arturius Cole of Delta Company. We told him all about our shipwreck, and he demanded we talk to his superiors first thing tomorrow morning. So, until then, I guess I'll sit here with Dermot and get pissed drunk. Dude plays a mean fiddle, by the way. Beautiful stuff.
It's been centuries since the gods first walked the lands of Ashtan. Their dissension changed the world, but now they've started to outstay their welcome.
And we're back. Back again. DM's back.
Zelda, friend.
Act 1, Episode 3. A sort of leave of absence. Strangely, there was something relatively comforting about waking up on the hard straw cots of the Southern Hold barracks to the sound of the morning bugle. Even if it was particularly ringing in the ears of some of our party, who had a little too much military issue ale last night. Can you all give me a con check?
Check or save?
Just a check. Go on.
I have, as a dwarf, something about.
Nice.
Don't I have something about poison?
I'm not necessarily saying
I
you're
think
poisoned. I would like to
I know,
see.
but just in case, resilience.
I want to see who wakes up first.
Your boy got a 10.
10.
I got an 18.
Oh, Dalen,
Nice.
you fling yourself out of bed, feeling far too spry.
Little stretch. Oh.
Quickly realizing you're probably still a little hammered.
The best way to wake
because
up.
that's the only way you can wake up and not feel terrible.
Noon is gonna suck.
Ah, Jesus.
Yeah. You jump out of your bed. There are 20 beds around you, sort of 4 or 5 either side of you, and then about a dozen across the hall there. All of them are in some state of somebody waking up from them. A few people are sort of lounging around a little. A couple are up. There's one guy actually already working out, sat doing press-ups on the ground by his bed. But other than that, people seem to be sort of going about their business. Nobody seems to be paying particular attention to you at all. But your 2 party members are not in this room.
Okay.
What would you like
And
to
that's
do?
it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess rub any sleep out of my eyes, and so I'm okay though. I'm not like feeling any.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, you're okay. You're okay. I mean, you're narratively hungover, but I'm not gonna sort of
So
mechanically
dropping down and doing some. Going next to the guy and dropping down and matching him push up for push up. Probably not something I'm gonna be doing.
You'll puke. But I'm not gonna sort of mechanically give you exhaustion or disadvantage or anything like that. No, but narratively, yeah, you're feeling a little tender.
I'm pretty sure I haven't showered since we arrived.
You went and changed. You were the only one of the 3 that went and changed. But yeah.
I'm going to go do a proper cleanup for myself this morning, since would I assume that I'm up before my other peeps?
You don't know. You woke to the sound of the bugle, so you don't know whether everyone else is up.
But the normal procedures would be get up, get cleaned,
bugle is
head out to
clean,
wherever I'm required to be.
Make your bed,
right.
and then get off and do whatever you're doing, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the standard morning routine, knowing that I'm heading to whatever the main part of the fort is.
The stone.
I assume that's where I'll meet my companions.
You've been told to meet at the stone at the stone keep, yeah. So yeah, you head down to the one end of the hall where you know is the sort of shower block. I use that term very loosely. There are large wooden butts that sit above you, and there is some very rudimentary copper piping running along the top of them, and each of them have a bit of rope that comes down from them. And basically, you can stand under one and pull it, and you get showered in freezing cold water.
I think that's what I need this morning. So I just kind of stand. I do it. I try to control it so it's just very slow, so it lasts a while. Just over me, just kind of. Oh.
Cool. Give me a dex check.
17.
Yeah, you're able to. You've had the knack of this. You've been doing this for a few weeks, and even though you've been away for a night, you're able to kind of. Yeah, you've got to. You go to the third one in that you know is a little stiffer, and you can get a bit more control over it. And you're able to have a cold shower that just sort of runs down and sizzles through your braided hair and down through the beard, and you get yourself all cleaned up. As you
the beard.
Yeah, yeah, nice. That's how the braids get there, isn't it? Just from doing that.
It's just there you go.
It's just dreadlocks.
I would probably comb it out and rebraid it. Probably.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Got to keep it looking swanky.
There we go. So you no longer smell of
fishy
was
shit.
it shitty shit fish?
You look
fishy
like
shit.
shit.
You
You smell
fishy
like
shit.
shit.
I think he was shitty. I think he was fishy shit.
Yeah, fishy
Fishy
shit. Nice. So you get yourself cleaned up. As you come back in, the again, more and more people are up now, and most of them are sort of getting down to it. Sort of polishing boots, making beds, that kind of thing. The guy in the next bed over to you, who was doing press ups, is now doing pull ups from a beam at the base of his bed. As he walks past, as you walk past, he says, "Good morning."
Oh, yeah, morning. You up bright and early, getting the morning reps in?
Always. The stuff they give us out there is nowhere near enough to keep this. And he just pops, bam, bam. They glisten in the light at you a little bit.
I whistle. This look pretty good.
Yes. You want me to show you? We can work on this. And he drops down and puts his hands out and sort of jiggles your are you waiting? Have you got a bit of a gut on you, Dalen?
I picture I think he's got like an inch of insulation, but like being a bro, he's got muscles. Like
Yeah, he's built, but he's not like shredded, right? Like he's
no.
Okay,
I don't think so.
all right, in that case, he goes in and he just sort of does that little pinches the half inch, you know. He's like, we could do something about this. He giggles.
I giggle.
He's like pop and fresh. Yeah, he said we could do something about this.
Look, maybe later. I actually have some important business to attend to this morning, but hit me up later today, and I will definitely do a rep with you.
Yeah, of course. And
I'm sorry. Would I know his name?
Yeah, you'd know his name's Visco. You'd know his name is Visco.
Visco.
Yeah.
Human?
Yeah. In all sense of the word, human, but about a foot taller than and about half a foot wider than most of the ones you've met. Yeah.
And he's next to me.
Yeah, he's in the next bed to you. Yeah.
Super strong dude who poked my fat. Cool.
And he says, yes, of course, yeah, you'll go and do you. And he puts his hand across his chest in a fist like this. And he says, live strong. And you would know the reply to that is slay fiercely.
Oh,
which is an unofficial motto of the Centrist Fleet. It's not written anywhere, but it's a sort of thing that one member would say to another. You know, live strong, slay fiercely.
Okay,
it's an old. It's like an old Urso speak. You know, like
he says, live strong, and I say, and prosper.
Yeah.
Nanu.
And also with you.
Yeah.
That was always the one.
And also with your spirit.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
But yeah, you'd know that as like the sort of thing that they'd like scroll on the side of their helmets. You know, like a Full Metal Jacket kind of thing. You know, it's that live strong, slay fiercely. Yeah. And he instantly drops and starts doing crunches.
I just exhale. He's got a lot of energy.
Excellent. You're going to make your way over to the point where you know to go. Okay, brilliant. You guys both rolled a 10.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll go alphabetical then. Bjorn. Again, you hear the bugle and think, it's just 5 more minutes. But after a couple, and everyone else starts getting up. There's a boof at the bottom of your bed, like somebody just sort of kicking the bed.
No, I don't want to get up yet. No.
You hear a voice say, "Come on, little one. When you on a boat?"
That gets Bjorn's attention. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hi. I was on the boat.
This is, you notice a guy, a human, somebody you've been chatting with over the last few weeks, a couple of beds down from you. His name's Harry.
Oh, hey Harry, how we doing?
Not so bad, kiddo. Yeah, when you on the Bezel? No, Essex?
Yeah. I was supposed to be at least.
Sorry, I knew Harry.
Okay.
Harry did.
Yeah, well, I was supposed to be, but we had some complications.
Oh, they brought you back early, eh?
Yeah, let's save that for now. I can't say much. I don't think. I don't know.
Oh, I see. One of those need to know and need not to know situations.
Right. I'm actually important right now, so it kind of feels weird, but
good for you. Not good being important around here, though. When you're important, you can't get away with anything, eh? And he winks.
Yeah. Well, luckily I got two friends. Let's say that they might be able to take some more of the rap than I am.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, get somebody on your side and then throw them under the cart, eh?
Yeah, just like Dad. I mean, what? No, that doesn't sound good when you say it like that. But
hey. No judging here, kiddo. No judging here. Anyway, I gotta get washed.
Yeah, no, speaking of that, I smell like fishy shit, so I need to go change.
I didn't want to say anything, but yeah, you do stink of absolute fishy shit, yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah, Beard's gonna go ahead and go change, shower, all that fun
Go
stuff.
ahead, you do the same thing. Yeah, you go and find one of these buckets, and this thing nearly fucking knocks you over, right? This is huge, like a huge vat of water that just gets put.
Here it comes.
You have to jump up to grab the rope and just bring it back there, like a campanologist. Just
Just like a water park, one of those buckets that fall over.
the ones that fill up after a little time.
Yeah.
And you get yourself washed as well. Yeah. Anything else you'd like to do before you head out too?
No, I can't do it yet. So nope, all good.
Okay, no worries. You're gonna you head back to your head to your bunk. You finish up making your bed. You sort of have a little look around, make sure no one's looking, and you just take a small teddy bear out from under the covers and you tuck him under the pillow. You keep him
my little
tucked away.
What
Go on, can you remember what you called him?
No, I have to find our message now. Oh, there it is. What did I call him? Oh,
I can't double check without coming off the cameras, but I think it was.
No, you're fine.
It was Gitty or Guinea or.
Oh yeah, my little Gitty. Because my little Gitty. That's right. You're right. We'll explain the name later.
Oh boy.
Cool. Awesome, and you head out as well.
Warm Giddy.
Hmm.
Yeah, oh, no.
Head up.
Dimmit, you slowly rouse after the bugles sounded. After a minute or two, you sort of sit yourself up. You see Buren and another human walking out to go and grab a shower. What would you like to do?
Oh God. I'm in the same bunk as Buren.
Yeah, a few beds down, and you see him. So you see the sort of back of him as he wanders out to grab a shower.
Cool. I'll sort of groggily get out of bed, and I'll just kind of follow him to the shower.
Okay.
Not like I'm not trying to catch up, but I'm not trying to like follow him.
Cool.
Leisurely.
As you get up and walk out, the bed next to you shouts up, "Good morning, sunshine."
Oh Jesus!
You know this. You know this to be Charles Visit, known as Chiz Visit. He's a gnome, similar to Buren.
Top of the morning to you, for Chiz.
He's stitching a bit of uniform at the end of his bed. His feet are sort of doing this on the end of the bed as he's stitching a jacket or something.
I was kind of morning, Chiz. You got another hole in your jacket there?
Yeah, I guess I'm just too big for it.
Yeah, they kind of not too friendly with the small folk. Seems racist, but I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, I'm
got-
small. It's okay. You're not saying anything about my actual personality, so small's fine. Proud of
Small.
I'm so glad I'm not in this bunk.
Could you imagine the
Yeah.
conversation?
it.
Well,
Between
you
Chiz and Buren.
Yeah.
you get on with it then.
You have a great day.
Thanks. I was kind of just like,
Noped out of that.
Cool. You gonna get a wash and stuff as well, yeah.
So I don't understand how people have this kind of energy anymore.
As
I like do this, and my fucking all my bones crack and crack.
everyone all the way up
Mm-hmm.
like a xylophone. Nice. Assuming you get a wash and stuff as well, yeah.
I'm gonna go to the showers. I'm sure I've been through this before, so I'll make sure I have like a hand on my coif as I pull the thing.
Excellent. Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, that's fine. You've done this every day pretty much, apart from yesterday when you weren't there. So you know the drill. You go to the one that's there's one a few down that's got like a crack in it, so it never really fills up. And you use that one. It's a bit slower, a bit tamer as the water comes down. Yeah, and you make sure the coif stays on.
Cool.
Excellent.
Did I see Buren?
You see Buren go back in. Like he got there a little bit before you. Buren, just before you leave, give me a perception check.
Perception. There it is. That's gonna be a natty 20.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you go back in, you noticed Diarmid, but like he's washing, and you're gonna see him again in a minute.
You noticed the fuck out of me, dude.
Yeah. You notice that he's washing himself, so you're not going to bother him just now, and you're all heading right to the same place in a second anyway. You do notice that he's keeping his hat on, which, like, that's a bit weird in a shower, but you notice that. But also, as you're walking back out, you walk past Chiz. And he just stares at you like this as you walk past him.
Bjorn's gonna just kind of okay
as he sews. Cool.
Jesus.
Diarmid, cool.
I finished my
Gnome rivalry.
I'm gonna head out, I guess.
Okay, cool. Right. The three of you will gather at the steps to the stone keep. The smell of fresh manure wafting across from the stables behind you. In fact, let me throw the Stone Keep map on for a second. You've seen it before, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, the overview.
The full charge one. Sorry, yeah, I don't have an interior. There we go. Cool. The large structure of cold grey dacite towers from a rock of the same, seemingly growing from the ground. It looks tired, and in some places dilapidated. Vines and roots work their way up through the cracks in the mortar. In some places they are dislodging the rock worryingly. In others it seems like they're the only thing holding it together. At the top of the stairs is a rather flustered-looking Captain Cole, who you spoke to last night. He has a 5 o'clock shadow, and he's still tucking his shirt in as he blasts through the large wooden doors of the keep. He sees you and beckons you up the stairs.
Alright, double time.
Yep.
You'll head up.
Yep. I'm just writing some stuff down. Yeah.
Cool. He gets to the top and he
Is
goes, Go ahead.
Was there like no one else sort of around? I mean, like people up and about this time, or is
yeah.
this like abnormal?
It's early, so there's no necessarily like larger units running yet. So obviously the courtyard that you've come from in an hour or so will have training running. The archery will be going. There'll be people doing laps of the place, that kind of thing. So at the moment, it's mostly just the guards who've been on from the night before. The occasional sort of changeover, but just sort of infantryman number 6 pottering about. Really, not much else really going on at this time. Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, I just kind of glance over at the two and shrug and head on up. I mean, what are they going to do to us? We didn't do anything wrong.
He hushes you up and he goes, right, come. You're all late, but so am I, so I have to let you off, I suppose. Right, I'm a little hazy. Very quickly, tell me again. What the hell has happened?
I mean, so we were on the SS. Oof, that's still hard to say.
No, there it is.
SSX. Like, why did you name your ship something so hard to say?
The
one that's gone.
I told you why I named it that.
I'm telling Captain Cole in character.
Sure, okay. So you think I name the ships?
No, but like you sort of as everyone. Anyway, I'm sorry, sir.
Plural you.
Plural you. Y'all.
The man.
Y'all.
I think the term the term you're looking for is the proverbial you.
Yes. Yeah, there we go. That one. The proverbial you. Anyway. Well, I think I remember I told you that it was a quadrupus, and I think I also remember you saying you didn't believe that there was a quadrupus. So anyway, a kraken, I guess, some big tentacle monster thing attacked our ship, and it went down, and we are seemingly the only ones who survived. Which is suspicious.
We're the only ones that have reported yet.
Yeah,
at least that one, yeah.
As far as I can tell, nobody else has come through in the night. Fine, and that's what you're wishing to tell the commander.
Well, that there's the truth, but I mean,
okay.
I guess I don't. Yeah, I don't know, it's hard to tell. It's like a truth stranger than fiction type of thing, because there's not. I don't think there's a lot of reported sort of quadrupus attacks.
I don't know what this word is. I don't know what this word you keep saying is, but
or
if you're
so it's like an octopus.
this many.
Got this many.
If
This many a
Octopus is
puss.
this many.
This many
Yeah,
puss.
half.
We do this.
right. I mean, I know of an octopus, but I can't imagine one big enough to.
So do like that, but half, but bigger.
There are.
Yeah,
There
that one.
are. I mean, there are stories of sea creatures, of course, but only really in the Corpulent Sea or across Edgewood. The Circle Sea is a big lake. I don't think I've ever known anything be that large in it. But again, you're here, and I can't believe if you've deserted the ship in any reason why you would come back. So that again, there must be an ounce of truth in what you're saying. Very well. Just listen. When you speak to the commander, keep it brief. I would suggest you stay relatively apologetic, peaceable.
Peaceable. Yeah, I'm not gonna go fighting anybody about it. I mean,
Of course, but at the moment,
that's kind of a wild thing to say.
peaceable more so in the regard of just speak where you're spoken to, answer clearly. At the minute, all we have is your word for any of this. Reports are that there is driftwood on the breach, but otherwise, your eyewitness accounts is all we've got. Very well, follow me. And he takes you back through the door. Heading inside, you find yourselves. Oh, go ahead.
I just want to sidle up to Dermot and be like, bro, quadrupus bros, and Buren too. Hey, quadrupus bros for life. We know what we saw, and it's just like fist bump them.
And then
They gotta get one of them, yeah.
Beer's going like, all right, let's do it, and then we're gonna do like a
Right.
like a weird.
Oh no, that's no.
Maybe we should just go ahead and call it a kraken, because whenever we say what it actually was, people think we're insane. So
Yeah, but then I guess we're like technically lying at that point, which is, I guess, like not necessarily something we should be doing to our commanding officer.
My mom always said that a little white lie never hurt anybody.
I was gonna say it was a storm, I guess. So now I'm thinking about it out loud. It's early in the morning, and I'm still very tired.
we'll figure it out. I think we should start and end each sentence with "sir."
We'll do it live.
All right.
Do it on the night. Do it on the night. So, whilst you're chatting, he's sort of walking ahead of you, and you sort of following him, having a chat. Heading inside, you find yourselves in a large parlor room. There's multiple doors. Either side swung open, leading down various corridors to the left and the right. Ahead, there's a door that's closed that he pushes open. It leads back outside into a cobblestone courtyard. There's a few infantry already sort of starting their morning chores, loading barrels onto a wagon. Through the windows on the left, you can see into a great hall. You've heard that this used to feed all ranks. It's now only really used as a dining room for the higher-ups. It's occasionally opened up for special dates and notable events, holidays, but isn't particularly the sort of place you would usually find yourselves. Ahead of that is another large wooden door staffed by 2 guards. As they see the captain arriving, they adjust themselves, stand up straight, and salute. As Captain Cole approaches. Yeah, he scoffs and waves them away with his hand as he passes. These 3 are with me. He gestures back to you without even looking.
Yeah, Buren kind of like mildly kind of goes, hi.
The door that you go through leads to a spiral staircase that goes up a few floors. At the top, it opens out into a corridor that is much more resplendent than everywhere else in the building that you've seen. It's still very serviceable. There are suits of armour and paintings of cavalry lining the walls. At the end, there's another set of double doors, and it stands closed and guarded. As you approach, you hear one of the guards say, "The commander will see you shortly, Captain. Just wait a brief moment." Captain replies, "Oh, I'm just the delivery guy. He has my memo, and I have work to do. These 3 can explain everything he needs to hear." He turns to the 3 of you. "Keep it short. Keep it apologetic. Come and find me afterwards if you need. Live
Hi,
strong.
Captain.
Live
And
strong.
prosper. And
Slay fiercely."
Play fiercely.
Slay fiercely. I have it written down. I just had to find it. Slay fiercely.
Strong and prosper.
Yeah.
saying that you want me to correct it now.
Yeah.
Because it's
live
long.
long.
Like,
It rhymes.
All right. He puts his arm across his chest and says, "Beer pong."
Beer pong. Drink fiercely.
It rhymes. Smacks his hand across his fist and then leaves.
Did he just say beer pong?
As he's walking away, his caped figure swishes down the staircase, and you just hear him say, "Good luck."
I need to get me a
Okay.
Thanks, sir. Oh,
Three of you are now stood outside a slightly more ornate doors than you've seen elsewhere in the building, and there are two guards stood either side of it.
Are these guards above our rank?
They are. You can tell they're still infantry, but it seems like they have been given a sort of secondary tier role. They both have a band on their shoulders that suggests that they are permanently guards of the Stone Keep, whose role it is to sort of protect these hallways and protect the people within them. They are most likely sort of long-standing infantry, perhaps hadn't quite got the sort of metal to sort of move up the ranks, but they're good enough to sort of take on this more sort of cushy role.
All right, I'll just morning.
Good morning.
That's all.
Yeah, you just sit in silence for a moment.
I think so. Like, do we want to?
so like twiddling our thumbs.
We're gonna get our story straight. Or?
I guess I'll sort of like take everyone aside, but sort of like sort of talk. I guess I'm not really trying to specifically make sure the gods don't hear, but like not
a private conversation.
Yeah, a private conversation,
but not intentionally stealthy.
Sure.
How much? I guess. How much do you want to think he's gonna buy the whole like crew members sort of got like possessed and stuff and attacked us real bad, and then
I
we
would
all
leave
sort of stabbed him.
Do we just, the crazier it gets, the more believable it has to be? Like, could we, you know what I mean? Like, do we tell them about the druids?
So we start crazy?
To be fair, like, do we mention the druids? Because the
I
druids
guess
had no idea what the hell we were talking about either.
If we start up here,
There's only one way to
the
go.
only way to go down, I guess, is more believable.
So maybe
but...
we ramp up like a diesel engine. If you ever heard of one of those?
No.
was that one of them gnomish words or something?
Yeah, it's gnomish for go
for diesel engine.
Diesel, yeah. both diesel, maybe not diesel. Oil and engines are a thing in Ashtan.
Okay.
Specifically used, like by gnomish inventors. Yeah. Whether you've heard of them or not, I don't know.
Probably not.
Explosion engines.
I think we go in and just say, what happened?
Yeah, I mean, let's just start at the beginning. I mean, that's the best way to lay out the craziness.
I assume they're not going to believe us. I mean, I don't really believe me, but...
Are you sure we weren't? Yeah, I guess that's a good point. You sure we weren't, like, high or something? You sure? I'll like, whisper now. Are you sure it wasn't that ice wine?
We didn't drink it until after we already landed. We were shipwrecked.
But like that's what I'm saying. Maybe it was like a weird dream or something.
That'd be weird for us all to have the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still all wild. I don't know. I just kind of
thought
is the
ship still out there?
It's a thought I had. Did we jump off? I jumped off. Did you jump off?
I jumped off.
No.
But it was going down when we jumped off.
I think I'm having an existential crisis.
Are we crazies?
Whilst
were we expected to go down with the ship?
As you just get into your existential crisis, you hear from behind the wooden doors, "Enter!" And one of the guards opens one of the doors for you. Give me 1 sec, sorry, I can hear the dog barking, and she should be in here with me, really.
Not enough time for an existential crisis, then I guess.
Do you think we can
let's wrap this existential crisis up. Come on.
I say we just swing at him. We just take him, and then we make this fort our own.
Fireball.
Yeah, we go. I think we could take him for sure.
I could smite it. I could smite him. He's probably dead.
We're level 2. That's more than level 1.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
This
like
guy's
what
probably
I'm
just a
looking
commoner.
for.
I mean, this guy's just a. Did you hear the way he said enter? We can take him.
Yeah, he sounded like me.
He sounds small. He sounds like Buren over there. We can kick his ass.
Yeah, let's kick Buren's ass. Wait, no.
No, fireball.
You don't have fireball. You're level 2.
Firebolt. That's the
Those are two very different things. One is pew pew. One is kaboom.
There we go.
Hey, now we can talk meta stuff. Did we mention last week? I feel like we did the boy that we found.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We
Sorry.
did, right?
We mentioned
we've decided we're going
all
to
the bombs
we're going
again.
to attack the commander.
Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna
okay. Cool.
murder hobo. Murder hobo.
We're going to make this fort ours.
Because when the guy opened up the door, he sounded like a dweeb. So.
Yeah.
Tell you what, though. Tell you what. Doing that, and then, like setting up a stronghold in his office would be a pretty cool little mini mini thing, right?
I think I might know how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. It'd be one of those. Like it'd be like a 300 thing, right? It's like
No,
they're
yeah,
all
you're
they're
going
all
to die.
they're all coming at you, but they're coming through a single door, right?
Very
Like,
narrow. Yep.
How many firebolts you got?
Cantrip.
Cool. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
you hear him say, "Come in," and the door opens.
This guy sounds like a dweeb. All right, let's go.
Well, I think we should kick his ass.
Kick his ass.
All right, bit's over.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
We go inside.
Inside, you see a typical sort of office space. The walls are lined with wooden paneling. There's lots of bookcases. There's a few chairs in the middle around a small, like a war table, sort of like laid out with sort of some figures on. And it shows a map of the sort of centrous area of Ashtan. There's no real figures on it at this point. At the back of the room, you see a desk. There's an older gentleman wearing a jacket that couldn't be done up if he tried. His rosy cheeks and nose are tied together with varicose veins. The bushy white hair of his eyebrows and his head has took it upon itself to sprout from every other orifice as well. His breathing is laboured, but he doesn't seem unwell. He actually seems surprisingly jovial. He sits behind a large oak desk, covered in papers and books. Behind him there is a huge painting of a man in commanderial garb, a chiselled jaw and flowing brown locks muddy the truth that this is a younger Valance pictured.
Valance.
As you
Yeah, do we have
enter-
his name?
You know his name to be Commander Valance, yeah.
Commander Valance, yep.
You'll have seen him hobble onto a stage on your first day, and say a few words. But apart from that, this certainly will have been the closest you've ever been to him. Yes.
Cool.
He looks at you and sort of puts up one arm and says, "Come in, come in."
Thank you, sir.
I
for
go
seeing
in.
us, sir.
He says, "I won't get up. I'm sure you understand." He pulls a drawer open and says, "Little early, but," and pulls out a bottle of a dark fluid and 4 small sort of highball glasses that are made from a cut crystal.
Oh.
This is again. Breakfast.
Actually, that sounds great, sir.
He pours one for himself. Sort of expectantly looks up at you two.
I'd be mighty rude if I didn't.
Pours a
Thank you,
third. He looks.
I don't want to.
He looks over to you, Baron, and he goes, "Do you want just a?"
Just
Are you there?
Just I don't want to be too. Yeah.
And he pours you a little one, and he says,
You can pour the rest of his in mine.
I like that. Here. And he puts the. Okay, that's enough. And he puts the 4 glasses in front of you, and he takes one, and he says, he takes a little one. He says, "May Urso slay our enemies, and may the female gods slay our hearts," and knocks it back.
I think I chug it. I swig it in one.
I have a real drink.
Excellent.
Bjorn.
it burns your throat as it goes down in the way that only good Scotch can. This is
okay.
like this is the
Okay.
good shit that you shared with you
so
here. Yeah,
Different cough. It'll be.
yeah, it's one of that. And you get like a smoke ring.
Yeah, a little firebolt comes out of your mouth.
I think I hold my.
He ushers for the glasses and takes them back, and has not moved out of the chair at this point, just sort of leaning across the desk, and he puts 3 of them away and keeps the 4th one out and pours himself another. And he quite hurriedly, about as hurriedly as he can do, takes a few papers and very quickly sort of puts them into one of the drawers.
Perception check.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take a little looky-loo.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm not really good at this, so if someone else wants to, I got 14.
Neither am I. 13.
Ah.
14. You can see that one of the papers seems to have like an artist's drawing on it of a creature, a skinny humanoid creature, that's sort of crawling. What did you get? 13, 14?
Yeah.
Is it a weird porn?
It, it could be a weird porn.
Oh no. Commander, no.
There is also on the paper an image that looks like that.
Okay.
With a 13 or 14, that's all you see.
Okay.
And he puts it away. Now then, tell me, what has happened to my ship?
Well, you got good taste in liquor. I'll give you that much. Apologies for the early morning here.
Oh, I don't really sleep. I get a couple of hours if I can, but the bloody prostate keeps me up most of the time.
That's a shame.
So at this point, I'm gonna say, seeing as you have now regaled the story of what's happened to you about a dozen times, I will say that you now tell him what happened in as much detail as you wish. Is there anything in particular that you don't want to tell him?
Maybe not about the party.
I want to hold off on the druids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to
Party.
hold off on the druids.
Okay.
Ooh,
Unless he, as a like ship, to be like, well, we did meet these people that, like, to be fair, like, yeah, we met these people that know the water too, and they were just as shocked as you were.
So you would like to say that? But you don't want
I
to
don't
say
know,
that you
like-
don't. What you don't want to say is that you danced around a fire on the beach.
Right. Yeah, maybe we'll say
Party.
we met when we came to the next morning.
Ah.
When we came to the next morning, we met some water druids who were just
water
as,
druids.
water druids who were just as shocked.
Okay, so you tell him all about the. Are you telling him about the people on the ship that were seemingly possessed of some sort or something? Yeah.
I
think we just tell
No
them
one's gonna
all the-
stop me. Yeah, I'll say it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you
I
tell
would
him-
as well, because I want this
I'm
story
gonna-
to be as outrageous as possible, so that there's no, like, why the hell would we make this story up?
Do you want to tell
I
him?
am gonna leave out the part where I straight up skewered and murdered a man.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Do you-
we only attacked the quadruples.
Do you want to tell
Yeah.
him that that the first mate was relatively indifferent to your suggestions of doing something, and that may have turned the fight a little?
I get a feeling that that's sort of everyone's deal
Okay.
here.
Okay.
John, do you want to tell him about the walrus?
No.
All right, cool. So we'll say that you tell him all about the ship, all about the thing, the fact that you were taken under, but you're telling him that the next morning you awoke on the beach and you met the druids that had been there for the equinox. And they also didn't know anything about this sort of creature of the sea. Okay. Okay. At that point, he says, "Yes, the druids of Bumbora. Well, fine folks. Shame you didn't wash up the day before. They always have a big party. Lots of drink and food, I hear."
Didn't know anything about that. So.
Quite a shame. Well, I guess we'll have to look him up next time. We'll
Well,
get shipwrecked
yes.
again.
Once
Next shipwreck?
I hope not on one of mine. Anyway, but no, yes,
No.
They're there every year. A little flower hugging for my liking, but each to their own. Well, what a predicament. It's a shame the bloody ship's gone. The Essex has been with us for years, and of course all that crew. You say, do you tell them about Oliver?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think we still have. Do we still have the tags?
Yeah. No, we still
Yeah, and I would just show. I would
Okay.
I'll bring him up to him and let him see.
Okay.
Yes. We
well,
know his name, so we can look around if we need to find him and don't have that info.
Terrible shame that you're such a new.
Did we tell him about the gnome?
Ooh, that's a good point.
Well, we'll get to that. We'll RP
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna say this
I
is just about what happened.
I
to the
didn't.
ship
Yeah,
at
it's
the
just the fact that you've told everyone about the ship too many times now. Yeah, so he says, "Oh well," but so far just you three and poor Master Palm there. We've not found anyone else dead or alive.
Not yet. I guess I'm afraid that rest of the crew kind of became a bit of a snack for this thing.
Well, it sounds
Some
almost.
worse.
If it's what you're saying is true, it sounds miraculous that you've made it, and we should, I suppose, consider that a blessing from the gods. Well, what to do with you now? What to do with any of this?
If I may, sir.
Yes, speak openly. Private, your name?
Stout Shield, Dalen.
Stout, one of these stout shields.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes, sir. One of those Stout Shields.
My goodness, your family practically pays my wages, and here you
So
are as a
everyone.
private.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Sounds
Fancy
so
that.
excited.
Don't remind me.
Yeah.
He really wants. Never mind.
He points up and says, "So you'll know that fellow." And there is a painting on the wall that you came in from of your father.
Ah,
Yes, sir.
Bum,
That is
bum, bum.
my dad.
My goodness. So part of me thinks you perhaps don't throw the name around much here.
It seems every time I mention it, I'm told how my family has paid everyone's salary, or built this, or runs that, and anyway, if I may, it's a little off. I just wanted to say we got this letter addressed to Mom from Oliver, and what to do with us? I'd love to return it to his mom, wherever Oliver's from.
Yes, of course. Of course. We can certainly figure out an address and pop it in the outgoing. Yes, speak to a secretary downstairs. They'll be able to find young Pom's home address, I'm sure.
No reason to believe he'd just be like blowing me off here.
You can roll for it if you like.
Yeah, insight, I guess.
Yeah, go for it.
Like, or is this going to have to be on my own kind of a 12?
Yeah, it doesn't. You've got no reason to think he'd be blowing you off. He's surprising you all, actually.
Mhm.
How relatively amenable and sort of welcoming he's being, actually, considering how he's sort of been spoken up, especially by Captain
Right.
Cole.
Right.
He says, okay, well, we have a lot to do, and I feel there isn't much you three are going to be able to help with right now. I'm inclined to offer you a period of leave to recuperate after a difficult time. But as I'm sure you know, we're incredibly understaffed here. Bandits run rampant through all of the towns nearby, and now apparently we have a sea creature to deal with as well.
All right. I will give you the choice of light duties. How does that sound?
Well,
do we know what that is?
Yeah, so what would that entail?
Well, again, I don't really deal with the micro levels of the dealings of the fort. But again, you speak to my secretary, and she'll find you something suitably passive for a time, so we can get you back out in the field.
No, so we can either
called?
light.
Sorry?
Light orders, light.
Yeah, light orders, yeah.
Okay.
do we want to, real quick aside, do we want to tell him about our sort of marsh adventure?
Oh, the planes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it was. The
Oh,
Mullish
we
planes
collected
was the...
we collected all that stuff with the intent of turning it in.
Well,
We collected it. We collected it.
Excuse me.
we didn't talk about this, but I guess if he's going to offer us duties in those bandits, we could go after the one we might want to find.
We could.
You,
We could also have some leave.
you gather from.
Yeah.
So here's the situation. You're not getting leave. There's too
Light.
much going on. Light duties will most likely be not on the front line, which currently the front line for the Centrist fleet is things like bandit attacks and what have you.
But more like city guard type things.
You kind of get the impression that he isn't really asking you.
He's more like saying you're gonna take this.
He's kind of saying that here's the best I'm going to do for you,
Yeah.
which is
Okay,
going to be
okay.
your choice of some light duty.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Cool. I think we could. I would. Do we? Well, why wouldn't we tell him? I guess. Just. Is there a reason to not tell him? About the
I
gnome?
don't know what the benefit would be. Yeah.
Okay. And I'll. Sir, one more thing.
Of course.
As we were walking through the plains, what was it called? The
Mullish
What-
Plains.
Mullish, yeah, the Mullish. As we were walking through the Mullish Plains, we stumbled upon a gnome with a wand and 3 bandits, and they were all in on an act together. We took care of it as best we could. The gnome got away with that wand, and I'll take the gold, the 18 gold that we got from the bandits, and because we looted him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had it, but
Oh, I'm sorry. You had it? Then never mind. I thought I had it. So you had it. Cool. The gnome got away, and just thought you should know that there's a snake oil salesman type gnome on the loose with a magic wand.
A magical device. My goodness.
Yeah.
All the way over
Yeah.
here.
it's just a-
Sounds like that's something you could bring up to your captain, I think.
right.
Okay.
Well, if there's nothing else, gentlemen, I will toast the gods for your lives being spared, and we will get on the issue of the terror of the seas right away.
Does it seem like he's going to actually look into it, or he's just thinks he's supposed to say that right now?
All while he's been talking to you, he's been writing stuff down.
Okay.
And he says, and as he finishes, he sort of takes a moment to sign it, folds it up, places it into an envelope, and wax seals it.
Hmm.
And he says, go and speak to my secretary downstairs. She will deal with your duties, and if you'd be so kind as to pass her this as well. And he hands you a sealed envelope.
Oh no.
I'll take it since I'm tall and can probably.
There you go.
Yeah, he's not making no fucking effort to move it. Though. He's like,
Right.
can you take her this? Like holding it in front of his chin.
Doesn't even extend his hand. Just,
Right. So you have to like reach way over.
Very good, sir. We will.
Let along.
Secretary.
He just goes
Nice
down to
that.
start writing something. Doesn't even say goodbye. Yeah.
I'll just do the live strong and prosper. Live strong.
Beer pong and prosper.
Beer pong and prosper.
He without looking up, he says, without looking up, he says, "That is stuff for the mess hall, boy. We salute in here."
He's not. Is he not looking up?
Doesn't even look up.
Well,
Not impressed.
No, I don't do that. I just do I click my heels though. I go.
yeah, my best little performance here.
Yeah,
Nice.
then I guess we leave.
You Americans salute so weird. It's like you probably like do a hand away from your head, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
What should it be? Just
The British do the opposite. Longest way up, shortest way down. So you salute
really?
in America, yeah. Up and over, down.
it's
Yeah.
funny. No,
As you come up and
Correct.
away, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
And, well, no, I'm not in the military.
There's a
so I
there's a
don't know how you
character.
actually
Do you ever watch Spaced with Simon Pegg in? You know Simon Pegg.
Yeah.
He's in Star Trek and Mission Impossible and stuff.
Right.
Well, he started as a comedian in the UK. He's a really good comedy sitcom called Spaced, and Nick Frost, who Simon Pegg's done a lot of stuff with, like in Shaun of the Dead, and
Yeah, is that his
the big guy who's in there with him? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He plays a character who really wants to be in the army but can't for medical reasons. So he's in what they call a TA, which is like the like guys go and play army at the weekend kind of thing. Like I don't want to be offensive to anyone who's in it, but it's it's not proper army. But there's a chance they could actually get called up. But
The reserves.
you know what I mean? Yeah, reserves,
reserves,
something like that. Yeah.
Sure.
But he always introduces himself as his name's Mike, and he says, "Hi, Mike. Nice to meet you. It's the longest way up, the shortest way down." Like that. Every time. That's exactly how he introduces himself every time.
Nice.
Awesome.
Cool. Yeah. So you handed the sealed envelope, and you walk out. Yeah. He doesn't tell
We
you.
take our regular break.
We can take
I have
regular
to pull
break.
Go
for it.
cat to get rid of. We'll go talk to the secretary after break, eh?
We'll be right back. And we're back. We're all
Hydrated.
glassed.
I have my water.
Glassed.
I'm all watered up.
There you go. Drink
Water?
Coors again.
No. Tonight we're actually. I didn't drink my
Understand that.
D&D beer tonight, so
That was the first beer I ever actually enjoyed. Was a summer
Yep.
ale.
Same.
yeah, they're great.
Mine is another Great Lakes brewery. It's
There you
difficult
go.
to get stuff out from outside of Ontario here in Ontario. They're very
Interesting.
I don't know whether they are, but it feels very unionized. You know, like it's like all the Ontario breweries are like, no, you buy our shit. So tonight I'm drinking a Great Lakes brewery. Octopus Wants to Fight You.
It looks awesome though.
That's
so good.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And I thought, seeing as there is a sort of octopusius undercurrent. What was that? Hold on again.
Push.
It's a double
Oh,
down.
nice.
Double.
St. Arnold.
Oldest craft brewery in the
Gin
state
and
of Texas.
Gin and juice.
Gin and juice.
There you go.
Nice.
It's rum,
California-
but it's
yeah.
more fun to say gin and juice.
Right. Well, you're from
Sipping on
California
gin
too.
and
Yeah.
juice.
Thank
Yep.
you.
And you
Excellent.
roll an attack on a hat and try to knock it off by throwing something at it.
I mean,
The
you could
HP for a
try.
hat.
Why
could
would you
try.
want to? Why would you want to attack a hat?
Right. Yeah. Put your bets now. Is it a bald cap?
His hat's AC.
Well,
That'd be difficult. That'd be a disadvantage because of the difficulty class of targeting something.
Yeah.
Anyway.
yeah, and also 5e doesn't have a system in place for
Aiming
single
specifically.
attacks.
Yeah.
Technically, it would be a -5, I think, to your attack roll.
What's a hat's AC? 1.
Cool. All right then. So you leave the room and you're now stood in the corridor. You need to go down a flight of stairs, and a single flight down there will be a secretary stood there.
So, like, where we come out, we're kind of in a.
You're in a long corridor. There are just like a couple of suits of armor down to a spiral staircase, but it is the only room on this floor.
Okay, so the secretary can't see us from here.
They can't see you, and there are 2 guards at this door, but they ain't moving. So you can walk a distance away from them, and you'll have, as far as you're aware, relative privacy.
Okay.
It's like a grand staircase down, it's like a spiral staircase, or
Yeah, spiral staircase down. Yeah.
okay, cool.
Sorry. No, the reason I'm stopping because I didn't want to put you right in front of the secretary. Like, do you want to?
Right.
Yeah.
No, so let's get to the. You want to get to the area where there's no one?
Yeah, when we get to where there's no one, it's like.
And then Bjorn's gonna be like,
go ahead, Bjorn. What's Bjorn gonna do?
no, go ahead. Go finish it.
I'll say that went way different than I thought it would.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna like, I don't know, throw us in the stocks or something, or I don't know. I thought he was gonna be a little bit less jovial.
I feel like we should be in trouble right now. I think you saved us with your dad being really important.
Oh yeah, shit. I didn't think about that one. I guess.
Oh.
Should I salute you? Is that too much? That's probably too much.
Yeah, fuck no. You shouldn't salute me. No. I'm more concerned that he got the general rundown of what we had to say before we got here. And he had already made up his mind. And whatever's in that letter is his real thoughts on the matter.
Well, speaking of that letter, when
these boys,
when we would get bad letters at home, I would take them and go like this in the light, and you can kind of see what they say. So maybe we could be sneaky.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to break this seal here. That seems important. I mean, I'll just kind of hand it to Urine.
I'm not.
Urine's gonna try.
I don't know what I'm going to turn around, and I don't know what you're doing anymore.
Don't open it, because.
No, we're not. No open.
Yeah, I'll say. I don't think we can cover for you.
I am no longer liable.
Well, Pierre's gonna try and hold it up to the light to see if he can see anything.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. That's all I've done tonight. I'm so bad at it. Let's see.
Well,
right,
I mean, if you wanted to, you could give me an investigation check, because the real difference is investigation has a motive. Like, you know what you're looking for. So I'd say that you can give me an investigation check on that if you.
I would love to. That's my best thing. 21.
Okay, cool.
Holy
So here's the thing, right? It was a piece of paper that was like tri-folded, and it's then gone into an envelope, right?
So it's like thick.
So you're not reading. I'm not going to read this letter to you, but because you rolled so high, and it's a good idea to hold it up to the light, I'll say that you can make out it says Pike Water.
Pike Water. Or would I be familiar with that? Or would
That's the town. My
Yeah,
Really build all the boats.
right? Okay. So I'll just relay it back to them. Well, I got Pike Water out of it.
I think they're shipping us off to go make ships. Replace the one we brought down.
That sounds right to me. I mean, he the first thing he mentioned was him losing the ship, and sort of it seemed like the crew
He
was an
seemed.
afterthought.
Yeah.
He
Guess
did
that's
say
the
it was
job,
it was an old ship that they'd had for many years. It seemed kind of important.
Sounds about his job, though. I guess.
Well,
I guess-
time to get splinters in our hands, I guess, boys.
Yeah, we talked about those light duties or something.
Maybe that's the
I
light
guess-
duty shipbuilding. That's definitely
Oh.
not
Light
main-
ships.
I think light just means not the front lines.
Yeah, I
don't
guess
know
that's better.
whether,
Maybe a little bit less quadrupus. Go on.
I'm not sure they can see that, but that's a really good suggestion.
I don't know. Yeah, I put that away.
I keep
I
chat
have it
open.
up just because you had the map up. Actually.
I keep chat open, but I encourage my players to close it so that it doesn't influence them. But that's a really good suggestion.
I will turn it off. Maybe we know. No, I'm kidding. All right, well, let's get whatever this letter is over with.
All right. So you just want to go down to the secretary?
I mean, our other option is we open it, and now we're in even more deep shit, and then we try to run, and that's not going to happen. So let's just take our medicine.
let's just take the 1% of information we have, make terrible assumptions about it, and let's go turn this in and see
Maybe
what
we're
happens.
getting a resort stay in Pike Water.
Yeah, you know, Pike
Wait,
Water.
who was that?
They became a shipbuilding resort.
That religious zealot was from Pike Water, wasn't he?
Who?
Hey, what?
Yeah, that
Guy we
little
met
kid,
at the tavern last night?
Oh shit! Oh, you're right.
Mr.
I
What's
didn't
his
write
face?
his name
Yeah.
down.
I didn't write his name down.
Common.
Tommen, yeah, well remembered.
Tommen.
He was
Tommen was from
he was
Pike Water.
he was attentious.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
That was
He was
word.
trying to.
all about
Challenge
the
you.
Seeker Low or whatever his name was.
Right.
That's right, yeah.
See, we pay attention.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
My favorite thing to do as a DM is to give my players something as simple as a letter to the old and listen
Go
to the
crazy.
fucking thing. Then let them spend 20 minutes deciding.
Oh no, there's nothing to decide. We're just talking about how hard we're about to get fucked.
Yeah.
That's all.
Nice. All right, boys, let's go see
let's
seal our fate.
All right, cool.
By unsealing the letter.
Hey.
You head down a flight of stairs and you enter an office space, for want of a better word. There's about half a dozen desks sort of laid separate out, and the whole sides are just filled with those little file cabinets. You know, the little drawers they pull out that are just full of index cards and stuff like that. And all of them are sat with quills and papers and writing. The first desk is turned away from the rest of them. The rest sort of sit one way, and this one sort of turns 90 degrees. So as you can see anyone coming onto this floor from the staircase. She is a gnome woman with a rather triangular haircut. It's almost like permed, I guess, with like a large it sort of comes down into a bunch at the top and a bunch to the sides, and she's wearing really heavy makeup, and she's sat at a desk. As soon as you sort of step in, she looks up and just gives two fingers like this to call you over.
It's like Mimi from, remember the Drew Carey show? Mimi?
I don't know the reference, but sure.
Oh, man. Deep cut. All right, never mind.
Biren and Gnomish is going to say, I like your hair.
In Gnomish back, she says, "Oh, thank you, honey."
Oh no.
And now we'll switch back. That's fine.
You have the letter, right, Biren?
Yeah.
He does now, yeah.
Actually, we don't need to switch back then. Yeah, and Gnomish then we can say, yeah, hi, we got this letter from, and just explain the whole thing.
"Oh, thank you, sweetheart." She takes it and opens it out and reads over it. She spends a moment reading it, and then she folds it up and she says, "Wow, sounds like you're in quite a pickle, huh?"
What kind of pickle? What are we being?
What you said.
"Well, the whole ship going down and what have you. That
Oh, right, yeah.
sounds pretty scary, huh? You must be super brave."
Oh, and then Bjorn's face.
Is this all?
Are you still in Gnomish?
All in Gnomish. You ain't getting a word of this, you two.
So yeah, Bjorn's face is gonna start to get like beat red. Like, oh well, yeah, just doing our part.
No,
You think? I'll
go ahead.
I'll nudge Dalen. You think they're like flirting or something, or like what's going on?
Like really old.
I guess they can keep their secrets. I don't know, man. I don't know. He seems kind of. Anyway,
Maybe they're plotting against us, and we should murder them all.
we should probably do that. Yeah.
So
Quadrupus bros for life.
Yeah. Jesus.
I didn't know the Mimi reference, but somebody said that the secretary is played by Fran Drescher. That's exactly That's exactly who I'm channeling. Is the nanny?
It's the nanny.
So anyway, you start to blush, and she says, she starts to blush, and she's like, "Oh, sweetheart, don't worry. I'm old enough to be your grandmother. It's okay. Come on, sit down. I got a boy, maybe not much older than you. Okay, darling, listen. The big boss upstairs has said you can go and do a few things here, light duties. So we got we can put you on the cells. You can go and play prison guard for a little while. You can head over to Forworth. We got regular patrols going around there. We got a group that has to come back, so you can go and have a week over in Forworth. Keeping on the streets, getting pickpockets, that kind of thing. Or you can take a piece of paper that I'm going to write up down to Pikewater. I got to put here a new order in for a new scout ship. Because we're one down, I guess. And we got to get someone to take it over. That's a important document, so it's not the kind of thing we put in the regular mail, So there you go. He said you can pick which one you want to do, and we're going to work you into the rota, sweetheart, okay?
Oh, okay. Well, just 1 second. Let me talk to my friends. Get 'em.
Sure thing. You want a cup
Relay.
of coffee?
Yeah, relay.
You want
You
you guys want a cup of coffee while you wait?
Yeah, I think I go for a cup of coffee. I drink my coffee black. You think you got anything back? You got actually, now that you mentioned it, you got Dunkin' Donuts back there. You got one of them little K cups with Dunkin' Donuts in there.
I got
What happened to you?
I got some of
Are
you.
you okay?
I got some. This is it. This is where he's from, right?
Are you possessed?
He's from Boston.
I almost made his accent from Boston. I don't want to subject people to that.
My favorite thing when I was in New York was we did one of those like tourist open top bus things, you know. You just
Yeah.
And she's like, and we got the tickets, and she was like, "Now you can use this ticket all day. You know, you can hop on, you can hop off."
Yeah.
The thing I always just her saying "hop on" and "hop off" just lives rent free in my head.
Epitome in New York, right there.
Yep.
So I guess I'll in not gnomish. If you pick Fort Worth or, well, where do we stay?
Oh well, we got there's places in both of them. There's a little barracks in Fort Worth. There's an outpost in Pikewater. It ain't much, I suppose, but it probably ain't much worse than what you're sleeping in here, you know.
Could I stay at home?
You live in Pikewater? Your family from Pikewater?
No, I live in Fort Worth.
Oh, in Fort Worth?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, military policy probably says no, but who's gonna know, I guess.
And I just... No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna throw out the name. I'm not gonna do it.
Beard's gonna.
But I do say I live in Fort Worth, so...
Beard's
Yeah,
gonna.
a few dwarves live in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I'm sure. But I'll look at them and be like, it's up to you guys, I guess.
So your options are, I'll just point them out again, and I'll say this as well, even though how did you say it before, Devin? In fiction and out of fiction, I like that. Is that the term you used?
Yeah.
So in fiction, these may sound a bit dull, but like I have threads for all of them, right?
Oh,
so,
yeah. I'm sure.
So your options are you can, you
so.
like, oh, you pick.
You picked wrong. The campaign ends.
I'm not doing like a Monty Hall, like it's you gotta go. Fuck it, never mind. Like you can go and man the jail cells. So you play like prison guard in the fort here, yeah. So you can go and do that. You can travel to Fort Worth, and basically the town guard of Fort Worth are supplied by Fort Charge, and they'll rotate out. So a company will swap out each week. So there's a rolling amount of guards within the city. So you'll be taking on city guard duties, or you can take down to Pikewater the order for a replacement ship for the Essex.
Well, I'll say this. Stage whispers. Well, on the one hand, I'd like to see Fort Worth. Never been, and the big city's kind of exciting, I guess. On the other hand, Buren, I don't know if you were interested in maybe seeing if we can take care of that wand situation we found. Going to Pikewater probably seems like we could maybe find some more of that stuff.
Yeah, I'm kind of on
guess we could buy it. Guess we could buy it too. I don't know. I don't really know how that fancy stuff works.
We don't have any gold. I mean, not that kind of gold.
No, I mean, like, you could find something. Forward probably has some opportunities, as it were, to make a little bit on the side.
No, this is a big city.
Town guard. They're kind of big.
Let me think
hard to keep track of.
I'm trying to think if I want you to roll for this. Give me an insight roll.
Me? Little old me?
All of us, or just...
Just Dermot, we'll see.
Okay.
No, he does.
Nope. 3.
No, I suppose you can all give me one, really. I want to give you some info, but I don't just want to throw stuff at you.
7.
That's
20. Yeah.
Okay. Bjorn, you have a good old think with your brain and your mind and your head as well. And yeah,
All three at once. Wow.
yeah, and you realize that
Damn.
that Fort Charge, Fort Worth is a big city. You are going to be sort of parts of you're going to be small sort of cogs in a larger machine. That ain't going to be the place for you to look for extracurricular activities.
Okay.
Regimented schedule kind of.
Yeah.
Right, you're going to be sent out on routes, on patrols. You'll be expected to tune back in again.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, all of this is flexible. Out of fiction, all of this is flexible. You can do what you like, right? But there will be consequences.
But the expectations of being
Will be today you're on this watch and you're going to go and see what's going on down there. Pikewater is going to be the place if you did want to push towards the wand, like Dim had said. It's on the coast. Most of the ingredients of the wand are seafaring ingredients. The only thing you really know about Pikewater is it's where they make the ships, but it's also a fishing village. It's small.
How far is it from where we are?
Yeah, how far are all these places?
So both of these places, let's throw it up on the map for you. Both of these places are about the same distance physically. Fort Worth is closer, purely because there is a clear road from Fort Charge to Fort Worth. If you were so the Fort Charge higher ups would expect you to go to Pikewater via Fort Worth and Bilge.
Yeah,
because you would just be expected to travel the path and
stay on the road,
do it properly, do it straight.
I got you.
There is nothing stopping you going down the coast of the Dol Dunes.
It's going to be a lot of the same as what we experienced.
Yeah, they are sandier.
Yeah.
It is basically
I don't like sand.
It's exactly.
It's small,
coarse,
and coarse.
and
Coarse everywhere.
But yeah, you are.
Nerds.
So you get to choose. So here's your options are this, right? Go to Fort Worth. You're in a big city, but there are perhaps a little bit more sort of regimented expectations of you. You can go to Pikewater. It's a smaller place. You can maybe hide away a little bit, but there's maybe less things going on. Or you can stay in the fort and do guard duty, and who knows what you'll come up with there.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just kidding.
Fort Charge to Fort Worth is about a day, or
it's half a day, in as much as like it's sunrise to sunset travel kind of thing. Yeah, it's half a full day. Yeah.
So, here's my idea: is that I kind of like that adventure that we did traveling. So why don't we travel to Pikewater and we can hit up Fort Worth on the way, and it's kind of two birds, one stone.
And if we're not, maybe we can just crash at my parents' house.
Oh, slumber party!
A slumber party.
You
were serious when you said Quadrupus Boys for Life. I thought that was sort of just a thing you'd say.
Wait.
Here's you, here's me.
Yeah, 4.
So you know that Fort Worth has a small keep that basically acts as a barracks for the guards, or you
we're
can
not guards.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. You will be guards. So basically, the
yeah. But no, if we're just traveling through,
if you're traveling through. The official line would be that you are expected to stay at the barracks, right? But then for Bilge, you would be expected to stay at the inn, but there would be a comp in place for infantry.
Expense
basically.
reports.
Yeah. They will have a thing in place where they can recuperate any costs that you've things. But then Bilge isn't that far from Pikewater, so depending on what time you get there, you could push through to Pikewater. Pikewater has an outpost for basically for this, for if anyone from Fort Charge has to go down on Pikewater to check on progress for ships and things.
Whatever you two want to do.
Messenger seems fun. I mean, I'd like to visit Fort Worth, and if we're not necessarily on a tight time schedule, then we could maybe I don't know, spend a day or two.
Yeah, would
Travel
they
on
have
the road.
would they expect us? You have to be there in X amount of days, or no lollygagging allowed?
We'll head back
No
in
lollygagging.
fiction.
Yeah.
I enjoy that.
Why don't I
Yeah, you
ask
can
the
go first.
secretary? I'll ask the
Yeah.
secretary. So if we do this pike water, how long does it take to get to pike water?
Oh, I mean, depends on how quick you travel, whether you stay the night in Fort Worth, whether you hang out at Bilge.
Are we allowed? Like, what
Well-
am I trying to ask? Is, are we going to get in trouble if we spend an extra day of traveling?
Well,
You know what
sweetheart,
I mean?
of course, but sweetheart, you're not going on vacation, but you know the brass ain't gonna want you to be on the road tired. They're gonna want you to be sharp. They're gonna want you to be on your best behavior. So you're gonna have to rest. So the rest takes you an extra day. I don't know. People who head down to Pikewater, they're usually gone a week, 10 days.
We gotta keep sharp lookout for any dangers on the road and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Can't be tired. Can't be
course.
bleary eyed.
Of course, you got the Daltoons, you got the Mullish Plains, you got people coming down from Bilston on the river, you got the woods. There's loads of places where bandits and what have you are gonna come out, and they see a few young guys wearing regalia. Well, hey, they know that your weapons are gonna be better than whatever they can get. They know you're probably carrying a few gold. You gotta be sharp.
We need to be sharp, guys. We need to be
We need to
sharp.
be
Yeah, exactly.
sharp.
We gotta be as sharp as possible. Is what I'm trying to say. Is we gotta be
Alright,
sharp.
well,
keep a little clean eye out there. Maybe they only have like 2 or 3 Sam Adams at each night instead of 4 or 5.
She
Damn it, are you okay?
I
she
hear
looks
Pike
at she
Water's
looks
wicked fun.
I think I'm having a stroke.
she says, "You're making fun of me."
I think he just broke.
Fuck. Oh God. No. Of course.
No, ma'am.
Of course not.
Absolutely not, ma'am. I find you charming
It's
and
too
endearing.
hard to not reciprocate.
In Gnomish, Bjorn's gonna say, "I apologize for my friends. They're not familiar
It's your
with.
thick gnomish accent. We just can't help but mimic it.
Yeah.
They don't interact with people like you and me that often."
So I got this thing where I can it's called like code switching or something. I can just kind of like latch on to someone else's like accent and stuff.
Is that a feat?
Yeah, this feed I have.
She looks at you in Gnomish. She says, "Where you from, honey?" That was a bit too much. Sorry. She says, "Where you from, honey?"
Funny.
In Dwarvish, I will respond, "Where is the library?"
Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't think there's one here, but good job.
That's all I know.
And I'll just say potato salad, because whatever she said, potato salad.
Well, the bibliothèque.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Perfect.
Well,
I'm from Loop Mountain.
It's not what your fucking backstory says.
It is right here. I'm looking at it right here. Loop Mountain.
Okay.
Wait, no, that's my mom's name.
Yeah.
No, I'm from.
There we go.
Dark
Springs.
Springs. Very good.
I need another beer.
Yeah.
That's not what it says on the card.
Damn it. We're getting loopy, so I'm going to say to the secretary, it seems like, in common, obviously, it seems like my companions and I want to head to Pikewater.
But wait, I might know her or something because I said Box Springs.
Oh yeah, she says
I'm
no. But just she finishes up by saying, "Oh, it's fancy over there, eh? It's real nice over there. You must not be used to these straw beds that you're stuck in, huh?"
No, not really. Yeah, you're right. It is pretty nice over there, but my dad tried to prepare me for this, so I've slept on a few bad places before, but it's not so bad.
Bed of nails for the last month.
Good for you, Good for you, Okay. And then you say we want to go to Pikewater,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
and she's like, sure thing. Okay. So let's see. Okay, great. I'll take a moment to get the papers written up, but it's been a while since we've need to water a ship, I'll get that sorted for you.
Yeah, do we need to start apologizing for that? I mean,
Hey,
sorry.
I mean, you're the only ones here, but that doesn't mean that it's your fault, eh? You're just with the one that old Zor
Thank
looked
you.
on, I suppose.
Thank you. Other people
Yeah.
seem to have another idea.
Pretty sure we didn't do a damn thing. I mean,
Yeah,
was that all the quadrupus boys?
You know, any of the brass
For
here
life.
are just desperate to find a way to bust your balls, you know? They
And if the three of us took down an entire ship, we should get a promotion. Because
If we destroy the ship,
your own
that's what they.
Your own
think-
ship?
They
our
think.
own ship.
Isn't
I
that
don't
what they
think people sort of get points for your own goals there,
No.
Buren. I think that's
okay.
frowned upon.
Oh shit! We put the ball in our own net.
She says, "Okay, most likely you're going to be gone for well, we'll be conservative and say 2 weeks. So, She reaches out and pulls out a small steel, a little chest, but about this big, but it's made from steel. She opens it up and she counts some coins into some bags, and she says, "Okay, so here's your next 2 weeks allowance ahead of time. So you've got it for what you need. You can all take 10 gold."
Just about to ask.
Cool.
Real quick question. The commander of Alancer, no one has asked about us.
Nobody's asked about anything you've found or
reporting.
anything yet. No.
Wonderful.
I think it is assumed that if you were to find anything of note, you would turn it in.
18 gold is not of note.
Nah.
So do you want to stop worrying about that? Do you want to take 6 each?
Okay.
So that'd be 16 at the moment.
So you can add 16 if you like. Just saves one of you worrying about having gold that's not in your gold inventory, and you know.
Are we?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming. Are we going to split that 3 ways? There, damn it.
Once we hit the road.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
obviously.
yeah, like mechanically, while you're in the gold menu, you can add the 6, you know. But we'll say that it's that you
Oh, I
do
need to
it at
add
some
all the
point,
weird
right?
shit I found last time.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Did Bjorn ever take a copy of the
No.
wand thing to hand over?
So far, you haven't taken a copy of it, but you still have the original, and
Yeah.
nobody
I don't-
here knows about any of that yet.
Cool.
Never mind. I can ask you off stream about a silver knife.
Yeah, I can
Just
get. Yeah, I've got gold prices written down for everything, but anything like that that's like just an item that's worth a few gold, you're just gonna have to turn it in whenever you get to a trading post or something, right? You know?
Sure, absolutely.
Yep. If you wish to before you head out, the blacksmith in Fort Charge does act as a trading post for the place as well. Whether you want to
Give
keep
it
hold of it
4 worth.
until you're out the place, then yeah,
I think
that's
4 worth
that's
I can
probably
get
not a
better
bad
value.
idea. But if there's anything you might want to sort of grab hold of, you are all issued with sort of standard military gear. So you've all you've whatever you've got on you now is classed as that. If there's anything else you want, you're gonna have to pick it up.
We say we came. I'm sure we came in with some personal belongings of some kind.
Yeah, and anything that you've got from your backstory as well is there on. Is you can say that you take that with you.
Okay,
You know.
great.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring some commoner clothes just in case. I can be a soldier for a while.
That is not a bad idea at all, actually. Yeah, so we will actually, from now on, we will differentiate as to whether or not you're wearing
Wearing your
uniform or
uniform. Yeah.
Because it affects
at-
the world around us. Kind of
But
thing.
at any point, you always will have your... I don't like the term dog tags because I think of just the metal things on a chain. But
Identification.
you have always got your identification if you need it. Yeah, but if you want
Is
to
it like remind me, is it like a card or like a necklace?
It's a neck chain, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a neck chain that you can always have on under your regular stuff if you need it, yeah.
And the uniform is like a tabard sort of like thing that would go over your armor.
It's no, it actually goes under your armor, so you're gonna have to take the doffing armor time to change. But yeah, it's like it's a scabbard and like sort of pants and shirt and scabbard sort of thing going on. But if you want to sort of switch you're gonna have to. We'll use the doffing and donning armor rule for that, I think, because it's going to be it's going to have to be an action to change. You're not going to be able to go and just,
Right.
Yeah.
My question is more like, I have chainmail armor, and so is that,
that
part
will probably
of the uniform?
That will
or
probably
is that
sit over
something I
the
can
armor.
put?
I mean, this is difficult because this is where like D&D classes sort of hit against this idea that you're all just infantry. So we'll,
is your armor military supplied?
Yeah. So we'll have to kind of sort of abstract out the armor for now, I think, whilst you're moving between military and common clothing. And I've said
our AC is not going to go down if we dress commonly.
You will look like a geared commoner. You will look like an adventurer. So your choices are adventurer or military.
Gotcha.
Perfect.
And we've said this off camera, but I'll say it on camera again as well, just in case people are curious. Like, obviously, it will shift depending on how you guys play it out. I have no plans to keep you in the military indefinitely. You know what I mean? You will be able to break away at some point for whatever reason.
Yeah, no, I don't mind playing.
We trust you.
Yeah.
You're a wonderful, benevolent dungeon master. Never malevolent.
Benevolent. That's a fun word to say when you're drunk.
Are you drunk?
No, it's like I started before we.
Oh no, I've got a bit of a buzz going. I just can't tell because of the British accent, but I've got a bit of a buzz going.
Yeah, we can't tell when it gets sloppy. It sounds British to us.
It just sounds the same.
You just sound like you come from a different part of England.
That's just a 400 IQ play right there.
You just start moving north a little bit of England.
Yeah,
slurred together.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Kind of Scottish. You get Scottish.
When you get really drunk, you go Scottish, eh? Yeah. I love doing Scottish.
Y'all.
One of my favorite things about D&D is doing horrific accents that nobody can say anything about.
You can't say anything about because you're already British, so you might as well. But we kind of assume you know better than we do.
We own them all, right?
That's why some people in my group are afraid to bring you on for our campaign because they have bad British accents.
Oh God, I've threw 2 bad American ones at you lot tonight.
That's good.
It just sounds American.
Yeah, it's great.
Can you do a true American accent? Hello, fellow children. I am American white man.
There's
Spencer.
There's a bit in Critical Role. I forget when it was towards the end of Series 2 of Critical Role, but Sam Regal. Sam Regal. He does an impression of a British guy doing an American, but he's doing that and he's like, I am an American fighter pilot.
He was doing Tom Hardy.
Is that what he was? Tom Hardy.
Yep.
Hello, I am American.
I am an American man. One of them did a Southern accent in a German accent. That was very good. Yep.
But then
Eldritch Blast.
Joe, I don't worry about it because any of you seen Black Widow yet?
I have not.
No spoilers. I would probably do the same, but no spoilers. But Ray Winston's in it, who's an English actor, like a London, like proper Cockney English.
Is that the Stranger Things actor?
No. Ray Winston is. You've seen him if you've ever watched like an English gangster movie. He's in it. And he's Russian in it. His character's Russian, and he like very bravely decides to only do every 7th word Russian. He's like, "Hello, mate. Welcome to my house." It just kits between like Cockney and Russian all the way through. It's insane.
Hey, nothing's as bad as Keanu Reeves in Vampire Diaries or Diaries.
Interview with the Vampire.
Dracula. Yeah.
That's such a good movie.
It is if it wasn't Keanu Reeves.
For him, yes.
All right, cool.
Anyway,
so you tell her that you want to get into Pine Quarter. She gives you all 10 gold each as an advance on the next 2 weeks of your allowance, basically your military pay.
Allowance from daddy.
Yeah, and she
I might try and go to Daddy to get an allowance.
Hey, there you go.
she's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, so you're gonna head through Fort Worth. You're gonna go down from there. There's an inn down there. There's a big inn if you need it. If not, you'll hit Bilge, and then you're just heading to the water, and you'll hit Pikewater. Just ask there. You'll get to the outpost, and you're gonna want to speak to a guy named Jeb.
Jeb.
He's our man in the field, so to speak.
Okay.
He'll put you up while you're there,
Speak to
and
Jeb.
you can hand the paperwork over and head back up. Not that you're gonna be in a hurry to get back, I'm sure, but I wouldn't cut across the dunes. You're gonna want to come down the road, I suppose. And at any point, if you need to, there's ways of getting information back to us. All of the oh fuck, I haven't got the word written down. Hold on.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Pins and needles, tenterhooks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it. I can't believe I forgot that. She's like, you need to get anything back to us. We've got lofts in Fort Worth and Bilge. Lofts, yeah. So you can get a message back to us.
Like a pigeon
Yes,
or a raven.
pigeons.
Oh,
Carrier pigeon.
They're called lofts. I just totally blanked on the word.
cool. I think Dalen's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, because those birds are cool. I've never seen a carrier pigeon
Maybe
before.
Maybe I'll buy.
I might just come say hello. Honestly, I mean, it's just kind of exciting to be able to use it.
And she says, of course, if it's something really urgent, we do have scryers here. But I don't know how you're gonna deal with that at the other end. They usually want a lot of money, or they're tied
Of
up.
which
You've
we don't
gotta be
have.
higher
I
up.
mean, yeah, I don't think 10 gold is enough to pay for a scry.
You might find some that are, military sympathetic, but there ain't so many of them
Okay.
out there.
Are we expecting the need for instant communication?
I don't know, I'm just telling you the lines. That's what I gotta say when some of yous head out.
Okay.
I suppose I
You
appreciate
gotta remember.
honesty.
You
No,
gotta
yeah, I
remember,
appreciate
we don't see so much action these days. A lot of the guys like you never leave the fort.
Well, one time I left the fort, I fucking washed up on the beach. So
Hey, exactly.
yeah, would like to scry spell. Then.
Bada bing.
Anyway,
Bada bing, bada bing, bada boom.
This guy knows.
We expected to.
This
Are we supposed
guy.
to leave immediately,
This guy.
like today, or?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't
Tomorrow.
hang around. These ships take a few weeks to build, so they're gonna want to get started. I mean, I don't think
Yeah,
anyone's
it's still early
kick-
in the morning, isn't
early.
it?
Yeah,
morning,
sure. The sun's
Yeah.
coming up. Nobody's kicking you out the door, but I don't be going on sunbathing.
Oh no, I get that.
You need anything? The blacksmith. A couple of traders come through the blacksmith. But
Okay.
you want to go and kiss your asses. You can go to church. Other than that,
I'll, remind me of we sort of
Oh, there's. the
haven't, I
exit
guess,
again.
been sort of plugged in for too long. We got someplace at quartermaster requisition some rations, or maybe healing potions or bandages and stuff like that.
oh sure,
Down the
I
road.
mean, I won't lie to you. You ain't getting healing potions for but yeah, sure. You need to get some rations, fill your water skins, that kind of thing. Yeah, head over to the blacksmith. He all the base level stuff. He's on commission. Yeah, he's on
Retain.
retainer for that kind of stuff for us. You want anything fancy like potions or what have you? You're coughing up unless the higher ups have deemed it necessary for you, which they never do.
All right.
All right. Well, I guess I was
Appreciate
hoping.
all your help. You've been lovely. Nothing but lovely.
I mean, it's early. I've had 6 coffees. You come and speak to me at 2. I'll bite your fucking
when the
head
crash
off.
hits?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get you. Hey, I'm still a little drunk from last night, to be completely honest.
Oh,
so.
oh, you think this is just coffee?
Cheers
Just
to you,
like,
good
cheers.
man. Cool.
All right. Well,
Blacksmith it is.
Yeah, do you have any need to talk to the blacksmith? I mean, I kind of want to hold on to my stuff.
I don't.
Maybe I'll get a
I'll
better
hold on to
rate.
mine.
Maybe I'll get a better rate back home.
yeah. We think about. Do you have anything you want to like clear up on our way out of here? Or you want to just kind of hit the road, or today?
This feels weird, doesn't it? Like you're just trying to get. Like, are they just trying to get rid of us?
I mean, that'd be like easier, right?
No, I don't mean like that. Like get us out of. Well, no, they gave us the option to stay
That's-
here. I guess.
That's my point, though, right? Like, as long as they told us to go to the dungeons, which is kind of far away from all the other folk. The less we're kind of, I guess,
Round, right?
stirring
Not
up,
saying it.
I just don't think
rabble rousing.
They just don't want us talking. I don't think they just
Yeah,
want to
I
get
don't
us.
think they believe us. I think they
No.
think we're insane.
Well,
That's fine. I mean,
if that buys us a
whatever.
week vacation to port, then that's fine.
I'll go to Fort Worth. I'll
2
go to
weeks.
I'll
They
go
give
to
us 2
Pikewater.
weeks.
I'll spend as much as time as I need in between. There's some
Yeah,
things
and
I
then
probably
Fort
won't
Maybe
work
once
out
in
for
Fort Worth,
anyway.
I can convince them to. I guarantee you. I mean, my parents have spare rooms. We can.
Oh, I
if we-
mean, hey,
If we can convince the barracks, maybe we can get a good night rest in Fort Worth.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
it sounds
got-
like you're
I
connected.
mean, my mom is super cool. She.
It sounds like we got to report. We got to report
Yeah, we can
down.
report, but
Well,
What if
it
we
sounds
just
like we got to
have other
report to
lodging?
Pikewater. I don't know if we have to hit every stop on the way. I mean, I
it
think
was
you're.
expected that we sleep in the barracks. Was what it was.
Oh,
said.
did I miss that?
Yeah.
Oh.
And in Bilge, they'll provide the tavern owner. They'll pay for us being there.
Yeah, the tavern owner in Bilge will have like a retainer, for military staff, purely because
Company card.
they come through
Yeah.
to get to Pikewater. But
Right.
again,
Yeah.
depending on what time you get to Bilge, it's only about 2 hours to Pikewater. So you'd only really want to stay in Bilge if you get there late.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. But if we leave now, we'll get to Fort Worth before nightfall.
Yeah, if you leave, so if you leave now and nothing happens,
Sure.
I shouldn't have laughed. Yeah, if you leave now,
Something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
if you leave now, you would get to Fort Worth sort of like it'd be dark, but it wouldn't be late. It's about a 12-hour walk, and the other, I mean, this is on foot as well. Now, don't get me wrong, Fort Charge aren't going to be giving you a horse or carriage, but as the sort of straight on, you're talking a 12-hour head out. Yeah.
Okay. Well, might as well get a move on.
That's
Yeah,
good jobs.
All right. I just wanna head back up.
Nothing else you want to ask her?
I want to head up to my bunk real fast. Oh, I promised him I'd do a set with him. I'm gonna go back up and I'm gonna do a set with what's his name, with Visco.
With Visco, nothing else you
I
want?
don't know. He might probably won't be up there, will he? He'll probably be doing his.
Well, hold on. Nothing else you want to ask the secretary?
Oh,
This feels like I'm being interrogated.
like, what do we have to ask her?
So nothing else you want to ask her that the commander said you could ask her?
Oh, thank you. I produced the letter. I thought about it before we left for break.
Okay.
I pull out the letter and it says "Mom" on it, and hey,
Oh, right.
there's one more person from the wreckage.
Jeez,
Not as lucky as us. His name is Oliver Palm, and I have the tags. We found this on him. His mom needs to get this.
Oh God, sure. I couldn't even imagine. Hold on, I'll have a record from him. I mean, I'll tell you now, we don't always have an address for some of the boys that end up here, But You give me a moment, I'll see.
Even a city, anything. And if it's on our way, I'll be more than happy to deliver it myself.
She goes and she goes away to one of these sort of file drawers and pulls it out and sort of flicks through them and closes it and grabs the next one.
Is it like a wall of filing drawers or whatever?
All the way, yeah, all the way across. She goes through.
Nice.
She looks back at you and she says, "Dom."
With a P.
Oh,
I read off his numbers, his identification
pushes
number.
it out and she goes, "Oh, okay," and she goes over and pulls out a card. Oliver Palm, Mother Margaret, Bistow Street, The Slurry, Walworth.
Mother is what?
The slur sounds bad.
Margaret.
Yeah, the slurries.
Margaret?
Yeah, some...
The Slurry.
Bistow Street, Bisto.
Bisto.
Mm-hmm.
Would I know what the Slurry is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a vague idea of what it is.
Yeah.
even if I haven't had intimate knowledge?
Dalen would know because you're from Fort Worth, right? You would know that. Yeah, you know the slurry is the shithole. It's the
Slums.
the slums. The red brick. They're not the nice bit.
Mhm.
Okay. The part where probably all the sewage dumps.
Runs down the streets. Yeah.
Downriver.
I just blink a couple times.
Well, you're heading through Fort Worth, right? You're gonna.
We are. Absolutely.
Okay, well that's a good thing you're doing there, boys. That's real nice.
Used to be done. Part of the crew. What was it? Live
Part of
strong.
the crew, part of the crew, part of the ship.
Live strong.
She's like, oh yeah, sure. What is it you do? Go
And
get
prosper.
go get him. Go get him.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Go get him.
Go get him.
Live strong, go get him.
I like that better than live strong and prosper. Honestly.
Yeah. Live strong and go get them. Let's start doing that.
That's
from
our
now
new
on.
battle cry, boys. Live strong.
Go
Go
get
get
them.
them.
Live strong and beer pong.
Beer pong and go
Beer
get
pong.
'em.
It's become beer pong and go get
get
him.
'em.
It started. It started. Can I just say? It started as live strong. What was it? I can't remember.
Fiercely.
Live strong.
I just chose to ignore it.
Live strong. Slay fiercely. And it's become beer pong and go get him.
Go get
Yep.
ruining the DM's shit.
Fuck you.
That's our first shirt.
That's our shirt, yeah.
Yep.
Beer pong
pong,
and go get him.
Beer pong. Go get them.
Like,
cool.
What you
Shit's
missed?
Creek
You gotta
or-
go beer pong. Now go get him.
Go get them.
I gotta pee super quick, and then we'll come
Cool.
back. And we okay for
Okay.
another 30 minutes or so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Same here. I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
All right, I'll throw the BRB screen on then. And we're back. Sorry about that. We needed to all pee.
We've been having too much fun.
Yes.
Charles the Little says, "You guys are having so much fun. One day, I'll play D&D."
Hey, we got a noob. We got a noob
One of
join.
us.
Yeah, we got
One
someone
of
who's never
us.
played.
I was gonna say
Wow.
everyone should play D&D once. I think everyone should play D&D twice with different
That's
people. Because I
Yeah.
played D&D once and it put me off it for about 10 years.
Oh.
And then I played it
Yeah.
with different people and really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Convince your friends to be bears or something. Honey Heist. It's very good. It's only one page of rules.
Oh yeah. Oh, what's that? There's a raccoon one that I think Critical Role did it, where you all play
And does, isn't it?
something like that.
They played
It's-
Honey.
yeah.
Critical Role played Honey Heist. So I know that much.
It was one where they were all
Adventure
like
Zone
raccoons or
played
something.
Lasers and Feelings,
Yeah.
Listening to
which is a space one.
A good-
Yeah,
a
there's
good
some good
one-pager.
one page.
Yeah.
They're free too. You can just go look them up.
Yeah. Let's get a
stuff.
group together and figure it out. And who cares
Yeah.
if you're following the rules or not, as long as you're having fun.
They're more like guidelines.
Savannah says everyone needs to break that seal. Me and my buddies always used to call it the FFP. you're like, oh, boys, gotta go for the FFP, and it's the first fatal piss. Because once you do that first, once you do that first one, every 20 minutes.
I try and keep to like after the fourth beer. Then I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, I've had enough beer. Now I can go ahead and pee.
FFP, yeah.
I'm bad at it, but that's a story for another time.
Awesome. Okay, so are you all done with Maud? You didn't even get a name. Her name's Maud.
Of course it is Maud.
Her name is Maud.
Yeah, of course it's Maud.
Her name's Maud.
Man, what is your name?
What?
Who's asking?
My gnomish buddy. He's just too embarrassed to ask.
Your mother.
Your mother's on the phone. She wants to know when you'll be home for dinner.
My mother's dead, sweetheart. Cool. So you make a swift exit from Maud's.
Yeah.
You head back out the stone keep and down the steps into the open area of Fort Charge.
Now you've talked about the blacksmith enough that I want to go talk to him if no one else wants to.
Sure.
While you do that, then I'm gonna go to my bunk and get my foot locker and take out any personal belongings
Okay.
that
Cool.
I may want, like my clothes I came in. Basically when you're getting out of prison, like that scene in Blues Brothers. Where they just start to label.
Ocean's 11. He walks out in a tux. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Cool. So you go and grab your tux. Cool. Okay, so let's do. Hold up. We'll come to you, Diarmid. Let's do Bjorn first. Okay, so you head over to. So you all doing this like? Well, everyone back here in 15 minutes, kind of thing.
We'll meet up at the southern. We'll meet up at the main gate in 30.
Okay, cool.
Whatever.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Bjorn, you head over to the blacksmith.
Cool. Sorry, 1 second. I need to get a name. What is it called? Oh my god, I just had it up. Oh, just Gem. Okay. Anyways, hey, how we doing? My name's Bjorn. I'm just a soldier. Hi.
Hello, Bjorn. There's a gnome. Sorry, a dwarf stood behind. We're gonna have to at some point explain why Dalen's the only dwarf in this world that doesn't have a Scottish accent. Because I can't help myself.
I
No.
I need my freedom.
I do actually. I genuinely have an in-world explanation for it if it ever comes up. But yeah, okay, cool.
That's awesome.
Because he's not from Dunkerag. He's from Fort Worth. Like he grew up in Fort Worth, and that's why he doesn't have it. But any Dunkerag dwarf.
Because I'm prissy as fuck. That's
Dunkerag dwarf's got a good Scottish accent.
Oh, it
Unlike me.
Unlike me.
Anyway.
We are totally gone.
He says, "Hey, hello. What was your name there, son?"
Oh, sorry. I always forget to do that. My name's Bjorn.
Hey, I'm Jacob Renly.
Oh, pleasure to meet you. So just to be short about it, I'm kind of going to be leaving here on a special trip from Commander Valence.
Oh, the big wigs, eh?
Yeah, I can't believe it. But anyways, before we go, I just wanted to stop by because, well, basically my mom told me about this thing that I could do where... Do you have any gems or crystals?
Oh my, you're asking now. It's mostly an iron mine here, I won't lie to you. We occasionally come across the odd thing. What are you looking for?
Well, she told me about how to create like a little friend that would follow me and help and could scout. I don't know, but she just said that I need to have like a gem or a crystal for like it's so that it would be alive. So I don't know. I just try and ask people that also know intricate things like I do.
I mean, I know gems. I don't know any of the all cogs and springs and shit that you wee boys do. Hold on. He goes and grabs a small box off a shelf at the back, brings it forward, and it's got 4 or 5 relatively uncut, sort of brownish, sort of browny orangey amber kind of gems. Nothing particularly, really nice. He puts it down in front of you and says, we occasionally get the odd wee diamond, but usually one of the captains comes and takes that for the missus, These things don't look particularly nice in jewellery, but they're probably worth a wee bit. Are you looking at buying one?
Yeah, I just need the one, and that'll kind of act like a heart, basically.
Does the spell require it to be a certain cost?
100.
100 gold?
Yeah. So I guess I can't even get it that way. I was gonna try to swindle it, basically. Or
That's fine. I'm just checking it. I'm just checking it doesn't say a gem.
Right. No,
Right,
it's
cool.
100 gem or crystal.
Cool. Let me have a couple of rolls then. Give me a sec. Let me see what he's actually got in there then.
Here go the dice.
I love it. I love the dice will determine whether or not that's possible.
Yeah. I'm not
That's
deciding
so
whether he's got the
nice.
shit.
No,
It's
I
all
love
up
that.
into the universe.
That's so much fun.
Okay. In there are six. I can't remember. I'm fucking writing. I've just written it. In there are 6 gems. He holds up one that's about the size of a pea. He's like, well, that's probably about 25 gold, 50 gold, and he pulls out one that's about the size of like a squash ball. Does that make me sound middle class? Do you know what a squash is?
Yeah, I'm with you.
A squash ball. Like that's probably 100
Vegetable
gold
for a
there, I
second.
suppose. And then these fuckers, and he pulls out 2 that are like fists. And he's like, they've got to be 500 gold each. Look at this. You can make I don't know what you can make out of them. Some earrings that'll pull your fucking ears off.
Oh, that kind of sounds like a good idea, actually. Anyways,
Vendors,
Well, I'll tell you what.
spacers.
That second one where you said 50, I have 30 gold on me. I'll give you all my gold for the 51. What else are you going to do with them?
I leave them in a box on a shelf where they're possibly worth 50 and not definitely worth 30.
Okay, that's fair.
But I mean, you can roll. Just give me a persuasion check if you like.
Sure. Not very persuasive, but we'll give a persuasion check.
Sure.
He's like, okay.
All right, I tried.
12.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, 30 gold and perhaps something else to sweeten it.
I know, I'm looking. How about a club?
Is it a nice club?
Found the stick.
It's a pretty polished, nice looking stick. I mean, club.
Describe the club for me.
What's a nice wood? It's made of mahogany.
Mahogany. There we go.
Mahogany, eh?
It's a mahogany. It was polished, and I worked on it for a while before joining the army. It's a good beater.
You see, he takes this
Shut up, John.
beautiful sort of
Good beater.
beautiful mahogany carved wood. It sort of curls up, and at the top it curls round into like a cog that's carved into it, right? Because
There you go.
you're obsessed with them. He looks at it and he goes, "Hey, good beater." To be honest with you, the duskrat steaks that they make us eat here are tough as the bottom of my shoe. Something like this might actually have a good old whack at them.
Yeah, it won't splinter on the first hit.
How would you say that?
Well, you know, because most clubs kind of break.
Hey.
Only on the second.
Only on the second hit.
I need some sort of collateral. You remember your infantry here, eh?
Oh, of course, yeah. Live long and beer pong.
Oh, aye, beer pong and go get him, eh? What's what would you say your name was again?
Oh, it's Buren. Buren Dugheim.
There you go. Dugheim, not the Dugheim, no.
Well, one of them at least.
But no coincidence, no, you're actually a Dugheim.
From the Dukheim family, Dad Glim, Mom Lutmotten.
I've got it written down. I was gonna let me say it. Hey, I thought with Glim. I thought with your father back in the day. You were a mighty warrior. You his boy.
It might not look it, but I take after my mom more so.
Oh, I know. At least you're aware of it. I suppose the apple does fall far from the tree, does it not?
Yeah.
Aye, well, I tell you what, then, seeing as you're blood of an old friend, I'll take the 30 gold from you, and you can keep your club, and you can have this wee stone here. I mean, if you need it polished, I'm not going to be able to. I mean, my time isn't worth the money, to polish it up for you, but you can take it rough like this.
No, yeah, I understand. I appreciate you just giving me it for that. So, okay, if that's a good deal for you, it's a good deal for me.
Yeah, it's no good deal for me, but I suppose I help out a friend's boy. How's your mother?
Oh, she's great. She's taught me everything I know, basically.
Nice. Oh, you can tell now you say it makes sense. You take after her with all your wee gadgets and what have you.
Oh yeah, my brothers took after my dad more so, but my mom taught me everything she knows.
He's here, is he not? One of your brothers.
Yes.
Fucking test. The other two are like, fucking get me fucking backstory up, man.
I got it right.
He's
here,
testing
buddy.
us.
Come on.
Sorry, who'd you say was?
Yeah, he just said one of your brothers. He's here, is he not? Yeah. One of your brothers.
Oh yeah, of course. Trying to work his way up.
Well, he'll do well if he takes after your father, I suppose. He was an amazing fighter. I once saw him kill 2 men with a clip what you use to put a woman's hair up.
That sounds like good old dad.
He didn't use it. He just had it on him, and that were enough.
Just at the moment, he's drop dead, huh?
Oh.
Tell me his brother is Chiz.
His brother is not Chiz.
His brother's not Chiz.
Hey, well, there you go. Anyway, you take that and do what you need to do with it, with your fancy little bombs or what have you. Just don't be bringing it around here, because we're not built for that kind of crap. It's almost magic, that stuff.
Yeah, I'm surprised that what I do isn't magic, but Mom taught me well. But I'll tell Dad that you said hi.
I do. Tell him Jake said hello. He'll know me.
Great. Okay. All right. Have a good one, Jake.
Hey, you too. Cool.
All right.
So you can take a.
What should I add?
You can take a 50 gold gem.
Okay.
Amber. It's an amber gem.
Okay.
But do you not need it to be 100? Are you thinking you're gonna do one of them paperclip to house jobbies with it?
That's what I'm thinking. Like if we keep adding them on, there'll be 100 gem worth.
Sure.
If that's cool with you, it's cool with me.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, you RP'd it well. I'm happy to go with that.
Cool.
All right, Diarmid, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go back to my bunk in my footlocker and grab my clothes.
Okay.
And I make sure I pull out at the bottom. I've sort of got pull out a necklace. Got a little it's made of bone, like white bone. Kind of like it looks like it ends in like a tooth, so it's sort of tapered and curved a little bit, but it's not. It's like made of bone or whatever.
It's carved bone.
Yeah, couple like holes in it for decoration. Just a simple like leather strap or whatever, and make sure I have that and put it sort of underneath my chain shirt before I head out.
Yeah. Excellent. Put it down. Nobody else is in the bunks at this time of day, so you don't need to worry about anyone else seeing that. You grab that and take a moment. Awesome. And Dalen?
Yeah, I'm assuming I have some rather nice clothes. I grabbed them.
You got a pretty fancy football jersey. I don't know what.
Yeah, no, I figure like
Leatherman's
whatever the
jacket.
dwarven equivalent of a polo is.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like the really tight fitting.
Absolutely.
You got your
Hold on.
vines.
What's the
with my boat shoes and
there's
shit.
one
Like
guy.
Sperry's.
There's
Yeah,
one
nice
gag
berries, there you go.
in the Transformers movie that actually made me laugh, and I still think about it now. The rest of the movies were terrible. There's one line in it where there's like a proper jock comes out in like a tight fitting polo shirt, and Shia LaBeouf is like, the guy's like, "Where's Dave?" And Shia LaBeouf's like, "Oh, he's just gone to see if he can find you a tighter shirt." and the guy's buddy's like, the guy's buddy goes, "There isn't a tighter shirt. We checked." Like,
Yeah, and that's what it is. And he's probably got like a puka shell necklace and shit. Like,
oh yeah,
we're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
we're
Yeah.
hardcore, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but
So
he,
you-
he
but
just,
like-
he,
This is still going in a bag, right? You're taking this out with you.
yeah, he's not wearing it, but
Mhm.
and I mean his shield and his family shield, and then the Axis brother made for him are
Mhm.
still on him,
Mhm.
and they're with him at all times. So it's
Yeah,
just
sure.
it's just his
His
his clothes.
commoner clothes, but they're I mean, I'm gonna. Do you know what? I'll say, like, mechanically, they're noble clothes, right? You have noble.
Yeah,
clothes,
they're upper
so-
crust clothes
yeah.
for sure. Yeah,
Cool.
Mhm.
So you gently fold them all into a hold all bag, right? Like they
Yeah, a duffel.
Yeah, duffel.
mhm.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, the side of the duffel's got the Dwarven University.
It says the South Foot on it instead of the North Face.
Nice.
South
That's good.
Fuck.
All right, cool.
I don't know.
And you grab that as well.
That's good, that's good.
I don't
Enjoy
even
it.
know.
I enjoyed it. All right, cool. And you all head out of Fort Charge together. Great. So you get on the road to Falworth. As you do, you head past the camp of I don't know what the best way
Beggars
is.
or
Yeah,
refugees.
beggars is
homeless.
beggars is
Whatever.
beggars is
Yeah.
negative. Yeah, they're
Refugees,
refugees. I
homeless.
suppose is probably a
Okay.
better term for them.
Is it the same one we passed?
Camp followers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Is
yeah.
it the same one?
Yes, it's the same one, but you have to head past it to make yourselves onto the main road. And again, a few people come out. They hold their hands out and they ask for ask for arms.
I throw him another 15 silver.
Okay, cool.
I do nothing.
Okay.
Keep walking.
Buren this time, he doesn't give any. Well, I don't have any monetary anything. He makes another like.
You just spent your
that
2
gold.
weeks of fucking gold.
Yep.
And the rest.
He's
Got paid.
He just makes a little flower and gives it to a little girl out of the mechanical shit that he's collected over the bit.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you spend a moment to make this a little flower, and you sort of turn up thin pieces of metal into a small like lily shape, and you hold it out for her. And as you hold it out, you blow, and it starts to spin gently.
There you go. Perfect.
As you pass it to her, and she takes it, and she seems very grateful. An older lady comes over and puts her arm around her and looks at it and looks at you and pulls her away. Cool.
Cool.
Interesting. What's all that about?
I don't. I was just trying to be nice. I guess they just really like money.
The flower's nice, so it doesn't buy him any bread.
Doesn't put food
Can't blame him. I gave him money yesterday. I gave him a whole ass gold. I can give him like anything.
You gave a whole gold and they're
And-
still here.
You gave him a whole.
If
You
they-
gave him an ass gold.
What ass gold? Well, it was one of the ones we
I guess I'd
found.
give
So I
him-
figured
That's
it
my
wasn't-
that's my favorite XKDC comic is like whenever somebody says like whole ass gold, I move the hyphen so it's whole
Yeah,
ass
yeah,
gold.
yeah. Ass gold.
All right, cool. You head down the path.
30. Fuck, I've given like 30 silver in the last 12 hours.
Somebody the 15 silver you they give you and they appreciate this. Thank you. May Seagull see for you, and they walk away. You head on the path.
Yeah.
It's a relatively straight path. It's a dirt path. There's not much going on either side. It is covered as far as the eye can see with no, wheat isn't probably the right word.
Barley.
Barley,
Rye.
and rye and wheat fields.
Yeah.
All the sort of stuff you would imagine is used to make the piss ass beer that you lot drink in the fort.
Yay!
Oh.
And as far as you can see, this stuff is sort of is grown You get a pretty good go on it. There's not much travel. Occasionally, you will see a group of 6 or a dozen infantry heading back. They're walking in unison. They're walking in formation, but they're walking slow and steady. And they stop and they all have brief chats with you. You know, you're heading out to the city. Oh well, you know, it's pretty quiet at the minute. Blah, blah, blah. You know, nothing really of note. They seem to be relatively lax in what's been happening. They carry on. It gets to about lunchtime. The sun's high in the sky. It starts to feel pretty warm. And heading towards you, you see a man who's riding a horse as it trots along. And from the horse, there is about 5 or 6 ropes that are all linked to other horses with no riders on. And as he gets to you, he says, "Well met, soldiers. Beer, the pong beer.
Beer pong and go get them."
I'm going to say slay fiercely.
Yes. Yeah, we appreciate all the good work you do. Just heading up to your home up there, your big old the fort up there. Just heading out just up the up there.
Road up the road. Right.
Is he's just wearing like regular clothes, or
they're relatively smart. I wouldn't say the clothes of a nobleman, but then they're certainly not commoner clothes. They're smart clothes, and like I say, it's him with a he's riding a horse and he's sort of carrying 5 with him. He says, "Yeah, well, we request him for 2 horses. I'm taking everything I've got up there. I see you're walking, assumingly up to assuming you're walking up to the
town.
Yeah, up to the town up there. Yeah,
it's all right, friend. You can you don't have to get all flustered and stuff. We're just kind of on mail duty today. It's fine. It's quite all right by me.
Oh no, I appreciate it. Everything you do is good. I'm not flustered. It's just this is how
I'm not gonna bail you out of this one.
You can do it. I believe in you. Yep.
So I need to take two. So I see you walking. I don't suppose you want to take
horses.
You take because you walk it. It's a long.
So we could.
It's a long.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Well, if you only need to bring 2. I don't know.
He's trying to get rid of them and giving it to us.
I don't know why I'm engaging this man in conversation. What's your name, good friend?
Oh, me. I'm called. My name. My mother called when I was born. They name and now if I see someone I know, they say, "Oh," and then that the word, and then what they say is, and they know that. Yeah. That you know.
Yeah. Okay. So
that one.
His name's
His name is
No. The name I gave what my mother when I came out, my mother said that my name what the people say to me when they say oh that they say that's if I was walking past and they saw me, if I was walking past and they saw me, they would go, oh that what they would say, they would say what they would say is the same as what my mom, and they would say John.
Well, it's nice to meet you there, John.
His name's John.
His name's John.
So you only need to bring.
Don't ask him any more questions.
Oh God! Can we just kill him and take all of them? Dalen wouldn't say or think that.
Yep.
Well, John, it looks like you have a lot of. You're really busy today, so we're really busy too, and. Beer pong and...
How many horses does he have?
He has, including the one he's riding, he has 6 horses.
So he says he has 2, and he happens to have 3 extra.
He's got 1 he's riding, the fort want 2, and there are 3 more.
Well, don't you want to bring all 5 and let them pick?
Well, this is the I got all of the one here. These we go, and then if they say if they say that one, then they can have. But like they can have like all of they can pick and
We have 3 horses.
John, here.
No,
I've actually
I'm
got
not buying that. No.
No, we're not buying anything. Listen, we got.
I don't have enough gold to buy a horse.
well, they're
just
really.
so happens
I mean, they're not. You would think they're going to be, but they're not. I mean,
They're not,
I mean, they
yeah.
were like you. I mean, you work and you work and
and
you've
those are
got.
army horses.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you
I'm
got.
gonna
No,
step forward.
I mean, I'm not gonna give. I'm not gonna give him to.
You're gonna tell him that you came with 5, and there's only 2 because 3 well-traveled soldiers took the other
Galen.
3.
Well,
and
no,
then
I mean,
our asses
I
scratched.
Galen, 1 second.
No.
I'm gonna sort of-
I take what I've got. I take what I've got, and he does. This guy doesn't really stop at any point, right?
Yeah,
Like
no,
he just moves from one point to another. But at this point, whilst you're talking, he's saying, "Well, I bring these one I've got, but if they don't know what I'm bringing, like if they said I've got 2, they want 2, and I've got 5, but they don't need 5. They want. So if I got, I mean, if you wanted, I mean, you could take. I mean, you could if you wanted to go.
we can help you out.
John, I hate to keep you any longer. I know you're a busy man today, but it just so happens that we were actually on our way to Pikewater. It's a long way, and we happen to be on a quick requisition there for Commander Valence himself. And I'll flash the note that we're taking. To
Yeah, you have like an
forward.
order. Yeah. It's
Right
on
here.
it's on a scroll.
Right here, there's all official and stuff. So we would be obliged if you were to sort of hand over 2 of those horses. You can let them know that Captain Coles
Ooh.
ordered us to requisition these here 3 horses. Make sure our ride's a little bit
Okay.
smoother there. I'm sure that's be ride all right for you. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can if you wanted. I mean, you could take 2 of the. If you were having the like do with these, they would over there. They once I got there, they would they would like financially figure because if you were taking these now.
Well, right,
then
of course, yeah. It would be sort of like on a layaway requisition thing. We gotta again. I'll flash the scroll. We got this. It's all official.
Is that something?
All
Can
official.
I? Is that something that like if you were willing to bring that and because I would like to look if like because I don't want to touch what
Insight.
you
I'm
have.
inciting this mother right now.
Okay, cool. Go for it. What are you looking for?
Is this all are we gonna get hosed again? Like after
Yeah,
we
of course we are.
after
this
we
is
tried
totally-
to be kind to
We're
like,
wrapping
figure
up.
out who was in the right and nobody was, Dalen's like, fuck everybody. So oh, that was an intimidation. Wrong check. Sorry. That's a 19. Is this whole thing an act? Is he trying
Okay.
to like?
As in the way he's speaking? Like, are you asking whether he's genuinely taking horses to the
No,
thing?
is he?
Or...
It's like a ruse of him acting as if he's
This act like is this a tactic in which to get us to just whatever? And you know what I mean? Like, is there? It's hard because like now I sound like John.
This is like the thing where
Why are you-
like
The thing is, like, I'm more than happy for you to check this, and you should. But I'm really, and I only because I'm really against this because one of the people in my other party do it all the time.
Yeah, it's
they're
not a
like,
lie
they're like,
detector test.
they're like, I want to roll a dice to figure everything out about this guy.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
And
no.
I know that's not what you're doing,
Like-
but I want you to tell
Yeah.
me what are you trying to find out here?
if he's like faking, like that he's not really this,
Is he
Actually,
like if
for-
he's
I mean,
faking the
Jonathan will tell you
intonation
what
of
to
his
do.
voice, or yeah.
or like the
He's
faking of
faking his stuttering and cadencing and all that.
wasting
stuff.
our time.
Okay.
With a 19.
As far
Is
as
he
you
trying? Is he using this in a way to confuse us so that we fall
Okay.
into his trap?
As far as you can tell, this seems like how he genuinely speaks.
Bummer.
Right there. Now, okay. So, hey Bjorn, you mind writing up? I'll just kind of hand him the scroll and be like, write up a thing, write up a seal, make copy of the seal, present it's a writ. And I'll like, all right. So here's what you're gonna do. We're gonna take. I'll cut you a deal here right now. We're gonna take 2 of those horses right now. That's 2. That's this many.
This
That's
many?
this many. I know I know how many that is.
Uh-huh.
We're taking
That'd
many
be a
horses. We're
bipus.
gonna give you a little writ here, and you're gonna go back to the fort. You're gonna tell them that hold on.
Who do you want to know?
No. You're gonna tell them that Dayton Farlow told you to requisition these you're under command of Dayton Farlow is requisition 3 horses. That's the first mate of our ship, who's presumed dead.
I was just about to say that guy's fucked, but sure, go for it.
He doesn't know this.
No, he doesn't know. Yeah.
Had to go all the way back.
Okay, he says. So what? Sorry, what were you saying about the seal? What did you want?
So I want
You want
Buren
to quickly knock up something?
Yeah. Do you want me to roll to like quickly transcribe it or write it over? Or?
So you want?
I want him to write like an IOU, basically.
An IOU. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Give me a. I mean, what would you use for like a straight up proficiency check with your tools?
Sleight of hand?
Like, yeah, sleight of hand, I guess.
Forgery.
Is forgery a roll?
Forgery, there's forgery tools. But I don't know.
So Buren.
There's a forgery thing in.
I would say Dex or Performance.
I think Buren has a thing where like you can use most tools now, can't you? Like, is that level 3?
Jewelers, thieves, and tinker tools.
I think
level
3.
Thieves' tools, I think, would be a part of it. Like
yeah.
the forgery stuff.
Okay.
So give me a sleight of hand check. You can add your proficiency because you're using tools. How's that?
Okay. So where's my proficiency?
It's next to your AC.
Plus number
there it is.
somewhere.
Yes. So +2. So the +2 add to my
whatever roll you get +2.
Okay. So 19. So 21.
Fucking hell! You make a carbon fucking copy of this thing. It's a to the order of 2 horses. For services rendered again, loads of legal jargon, and then you out of nowhere flick up this little tool that goes squirts some wax and then stamps it down like the most specific item that you've ever needed in your life. You managed to just sort of make a wax seal with this, and you hand this over to him, and he says, "Oh, but this is okay. I mean, you could if you wanted to use this. I'm okay. Like that would. I mean, once I get there, this would be okay. But I mean, is there any chance of like something that will I can use to take something I can take now just to make me feel comfortable, just in case when I get up there, if I get up there and then and it's difficult and it's taking time."
What are you asking?
Insurance. Anyone making a move?
I'm not giving him shit.
I don't have anything to give him.
Unfortunately, the Centris fleet doesn't really work on. We don't really do payment up front. It's more like a after the fact sort of thing. We have the whole it's got to be. You got to understand. There's a whole process with paperwork and the invoicing and it's got to go through the payroll companies. Talk to Maud. Model, yeah, that's actually a great idea. Model touches straight. She's up in the keep there. She'll make sure you get your payment for it. Unfortunately, we can't really do anything up front because then we gotta be reimbursed, and it's this whole thing back and forth. Can I make a deception check?
Yeah, I like the fact that you're talking like him. I really appreciate that. Like he'll enjoy that. Yeah, give me a deception. Yeah,
Johnny, there's a bot in chat.
I know. For some reason, I can't get rid of it though.
Okay.
I can reply to it.
Boo.
Do I click its name? Oh, I'm not signed in. Fuck it, it's fine. The few people who are joining us know that they don't want it. We don't want to get famous. We don't want to get famous. We're 4 white men playing D&D. We know we're not going to get famous. What was the roll?
I have 13.
13. Okay. He says, "No, I understand because it's not. I understand because it's not your money. It's not what you've got on you. Is not what that's not what they're. That's not them. Like if they wanted to pay, that's not what you're not paying for what they're. But I was just thinking, it's a long way. I mean, I'm giving up. I mean, you look, but I mean, you could be. I mean, I don't know if you're,
Well, I mean, we got the seals and we got the writs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you're saying to me right now that you don't trust 3 members of the Centris fleet,
no.
I mean,
Of course.
Make sure that we send a law from Forward back to the fort.
Dalen
That you might not be
walking.
Of course. Okay. I'm talking about, here we go. If you take one now, and then the other one, if I go up there, and then
we're gonna do it one horse. There's 3
one horse. That's just it. So what you've given us is a responsibility, not anything that's actually boon to us in our travels here. So again, I'm already catching you. There's 3 of us, and we want 2 horses. So we're already kind of roughing it there. If we got,
okay, you can have 2,
but
if you have 2, can I pick the 2?
Oh yeah, of course you can. We'll take. Hey, listen, we'll take.
Oh no,
we'll take
we're
your
gonna
horse
get
draft. We'll
blue
make sure
stick
that you got the pick of the litter back there for.
Can
we're gonna get
Can I check? Do
We're
a
gonna get
perception to
gelatin and glue
see
stick.
what the horses are like?
Give
Like,
me
if
a
there's
Bjorn.
no.
Give me a nature check, Bjorn.
nature. Oh, okay.
He's great at that.
21.
21.
You are
Damn.
so hot. Oh, it's an intelligence.
Wow.
That's why.
I mean, none of them look like there's not one fucking three-legged thing at the back or anything, you know. But yeah, they all look.
That's not even a horse.
They all look okay. Like some of them certainly have like shinier manes,
Okay, yeah.
slightly sort of like like bulkier shoulders.
He'll turn to Diarmuid and be like,
I'm sorry, I was just gonna say in
I
chat.
can't be seen on a shitty horse.
In chat, Charles has said, I just imagine Bjorn walking under the horses and looking.
This is a good one.
Don't smack it.
What's
Good
this? Yeah, so none of them look particularly bad, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay. He jumps off his horse and starts sort of taking two of them off the rope line.
Oh, we are gonna be fucked.
We're great. We talk. I just kind of like, what are you worried about? We're fine. We don't know this man.
He hands them both over and he's like, so if I give this up to the up to there, if they see this, then I will get the what you've taken.
Yeah.
Well, of course. You gotta
the
understand that
mod.
there's like a process to getting it done. But I'm sure if you have like an address, where are you from, friend John?
Oh, I only live in the city there.
Forward, yeah, okay, perfect. We got a loft there for our pigeons, and if anything goes wrong, we'll make sure that you get your address down there. We'll send a pigeon your way with the gold. I promise you that.
I appreciate it. Well, you take these, I'll go up and then the two, and then they'll take two, and then that's four, and then that's four that I've sold. That's this many.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's this many.
Exactly.
It's not this
quadro. It's quadro.
This many.
Cool.
It's a quadrupus many.
Do we now have two horses?
You now have two horses.
We now have two horses.
That's what's up.
I'm sure he walks away.
I'll be honest with you. Every fucking roll that you rolled then was like a fucking nat 20 or like
It was like really fucking good.
like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
In a corner.
All right, you get two horses, I guess.
I mean, the plan was to try and like get some money out of here or something, but you
One of us already spent all of their money for the next 2 weeks.
you all roll, you all
half of a homunculus.
you all rolled pretty well, and it made sense that if he goes up to Fort Worth, he'll be able to cash in on this writ.
We'll see how that actually goes.
Yeah.
Shit. I guess that'd be an
I'm gonna
insight
hop
check
up on my
on
horse.
anybody at the fort. Hey, we're away from the fort in 2 weeks. They'll forget about it in 2 weeks. Right?
All right, cool. He said he jumps back up and he says, "Oh, it was an absolute play. I mean, really, honestly, like it was.
You
really...
have a great day, sir.
God, I'm glad that we ran into you. Have a good one.
And I
Remember, tell Maud Dayton said hello.
Okay.
That's gonna
Cool.
okay. That's great.
I write notes for a reason.
All right, so
good.
did he tell us the name of these beasts here?
I think once you get them, it's up to you to name them, regardless of what their name was before.
Ninny and Penny.
What do these horses look like?
Okay, so one of them is a fawn color all over, with a slightly darker sort of chestnut brown mane. The other is I did look up the name. I did look up the names of horse colors. They've got proper terms, and I thought I won't write those down.
Very mad.
Yeah.
Brindle and shit.
Yeah,
One's a brindle.
so brindle, yeah. So dun. One of them is a dun. That's the one I saw. That's like the light fawn. Yeah, everyone's here we go. Everyone's doing the fucking in the chat now. Yeah, one of them's done. That's the sort of beautiful fawn with like deeper coloured legs.
Oh no, that must have been horses.
No, I don't either. And the other is a pinto, which is like a white. It's like a cow, like a white with sort of dark brown patches all over.
Now the pinto's not gonna like explode or nothing, right?
Yeah, because if you hit it in the back, it won't blow up, right?
What?
It's like it's American
from the
car
70s that would,
Oh.
exploding if you ran into it in the
Ford
back.
Pinto. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
Dun is
great.
similar to a buckskin. Yeah, Dun and buckskin is pretty similar. Yeah, but Dun was the one I looked up before. Yeah, so Dun is like a real sort of nice fawn with a darker brown mane and tail and some darker patches on the legs. And then a pinto, yeah, is a sort of white with sort of brown, larger patches all over it, and a white mane and white tail.
Hey,
Well, I'm gonna make the Pinto one Buttercup because that's a good name for a horse. I think
That's a horse name.
that one's a horse name.
And the other
a
one
horse-
can be
that's a horse
Scarlet.
horse.
How about
Scarlet and Buttercup.
is
Love it.
Scarlet a girl?
doesn't matter.
Buren, you
they're-
can check, right?
They are, yeah, with a 21, they're both female.
Okay. Scarlet and Buttercup.
Buttercup and Scarlet.
Yeah, the Dun will have dark socks. Yes.
Literally,
Patches
because we were talking
on-
about
patches on the
we
legs.
were talking about Black Widow before this, so I have Scarlett Johansson.
Sure.
There we go. Well,
So
I'll
did you?
take
Sorry.
Buttercup.
So what did we name him? We named the fawn one Buttercup.
Yep.
The
No, the
Pinto
fawn
the
is
Pinto.
Scarlet.
The Pinto.
The Pinto is Buttercup.
Okay. And the other one
Scarlet
Scarlet.
and Buttercup.
is Scarlet. Okay. All right. Cool.
Well, I'm gonna turn to Buren. You and me are sharing a horse. Because
Woohoo!
we're small.
Short buddies unite.
Works for me.
Cool. You jump on him, and you will.
Before
You
we
will
go,
now. Go ahead.
Buren's gonna take Giddy and kind of tie him on as well, so he can kind of ride with
Up
everyone.
on a like on the
Up on
front.
the horse.
Oh, are
Like
you taking
a-
the bear out?
Yeah, so the bear's gonna come out and he's gonna kind of tie him to like the neck.
I'm
I
just
guess,
gonna
of
look
the
around and be
horse.
like, "What's that?"
It's a good luck charm. Don't worry, he'll bring us luck.
Oh yeah, I used to have a little bear like that when I was a little kid. I think I lost him, but
Yeah.
you still have yours?
Oh yeah, he's like I said, he's been my good luck charm and a gift from my mom. So my little Git, as my dad used to say to my grandma, he used to call her our little Git. You little Git. And so I just said, okay, this will be my
Bear or
Giddy.
you?
No, to my grandma. To my grandma.
Oh.
So I always heard that growing up. He said, "You get out of here, you old Git." So I said, "Okay, Giddy. This is my old Giddy."
Oh no!
Wow.
Oh god! Oh no!
Well, wow.
Well, that's
I guess
Isn't that
that's like
equal
my
parts sad and equal
shield.
parts adorable.
Sad, isn't that a good thing? You old Git, like yeah, you old Git, woohoo!
Yeah,
Yeah,
fantastic. Yeah,
that one.
And I'm speaking of get, get.
Go on, get.
Okay, so with 2 horses, you'll now get to Fort Worth in half the time, pretty much. You will
yes.
you'll be able to get there by mid-afternoon. So you
nice.
trot along. Who's riding the horses?
One of
Well,
them.
yeah,
think we all, like,
me and
swoosh.
Buren are on one. I'm assuming I just kind of hopped on. I took
Okay.
charge of the one.
Okay, so the 2 of you give me an animal handling.
Animal.
Both of
handling.
us.
The 2 that are
good.
riding the horses, yeah.
Ooh, that's a 5.
Too much better with a 9.
A 9. Okay,
I
cool.
figure I'm on a carry most
Um,
of the time, not doing the driving.
So as you're trotting along and you're having a bit of trouble sort of steering them, but these are obviously riding horses and they're relatively comfortable with somebody being on top of them. But occasionally they sort of guinea a little bit and and kick up or something.
Stop to eat grass.
After about not quite that bad, but yeah, enough to be like I don't feel 100% comfortable on this thing, After about an hour or 2 going, you're still just going past farmland all the way. But the crops have started to change up a little bit now. It's no longer just what you assume to be beer supplies for the fort. You're getting some changes in the vegetables, and occasionally you're starting to get pasture fields as well. You see the occasional sort of sheep fields, cow fields. As you come across a farm that seemingly has an open field, can you all give me a perception check?
Yerp.
16.
Nice.
11.
11.
Cool. With a 16, Diarmid, you notice as you're trotting past, this open fallow field seems to be empty. Doesn't seem to be anything in it. You trundle along a little bit, and the two horses start to rear up and giddy up a little, and almost stop. No matter how much you're trying to get them, they start to giddy up. As this happens, you see a farmer come running from a house nearby. And as he runs down, you hear him shouting, "That stuttering fuck!"
Ah, Jesus.
He looks at you
Hello,
and
sir.
he looks at you and says, "Where'd you get those horses?" And that's where we'll leave it for tonight.
I was ready. Nice. Good stuff.
Very good.
I knew it was too easy.
Right.
I said, don't buy the freaking horses.
Well,
It's okay,
to be fair, you didn't. Like,
Didn't buy nothing.
No, we
Yeah.
took their official army property, so, you know.
I'll do it. I should not know. You don't need any horses.
to be fair, however you want to play that, you're not really down there, are you? Like,
Nope.
yeah, because they haven't really cost you anything. So
Yeah.
Right.
Nice. That was a fun episode, fun session. We got a
good.
lot.
Yeah.
We got a lot done. Holy
Little,
shnikes.
you
Yeah.
genuinely got exactly where I had planned tonight.
Nice.
That does
Hey,
not
that's fair.
happen very often at all. But genuinely,
Page and a
last-
half of notes.
the last thing in my notes was that stuttering fuck. Where'd you get those horses?
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
So now we're in a predicament.
Yeah.
If we give him back and Fort Charge pays him with our expertly forged note,
Then we got robbed
Ooh.
on the road. Someone stole our horses in the middle of the night. These things happen.
Right.
Chaos!
But also, as you said, it's going to be a while until you get back to Fort Charge, most likely.
If
yeah,
at all.
Lots
Who
of things can
knows?
happen.
Man, I will say, like, I don't think I've ever rolled better, like, than I did tonight.
You got
I was-
like mostly
I was
20s.
We're on
I was
it.
dropping 20s out like it was nobody's
so
business.
good.
Yeah.
Savannah, who would you rather be in trouble with, the army or this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, this guy.
Fair, fair point.
Yeah. So tonight we got our official saying. So beer pong.
Beer pong, go get them.
Beer
pong,
pong
Go
and
Go
go
get
get him.
That whole. That's brilliant. I love the Fran dresser.
Very good.
They were all good.
Thank you
yeah.
for all of you that hung out with us and
Yeah.
chatted a lot
Yeah.
with us. Appreciate it.
Appreciate the bits
stuff.
and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, we'll be back next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, which is, 5 p.m. Pacific,
7 p.m. Central.
7 Central.
UK is
This
like
my last
sometime in the
Sunday.
morning.
It's my last night before I got to go back to work.
Ooh, then we're gonna have to cut off at 9, right? Or so 10 Eastern? Or no?
He doesn't give a crap. He goes to wear hammer
I'm
drunk.
just a teacher.
You got your lessons plan all done for the whole year. You're good.
Yeah, pretty much. Been doing it long enough.
Yeah, right. Just Control C, Control V, Control C, Control.
It's
Alright, hot cross buns
it's primary school music. It's like they
Yeah,
just
right.
sit and smash drums, don't they?
No, the recorder.
Yep,
It's the
play
recorder.
Play games, play instruments, sing songs.
Yeah, perfect. Love it, man.
Awesome. We'll be back.
Yeah,
Did we point out that we're wearing the same shirts tonight?
Look at
John?
you guys. Bunch of nerds.
You're there too, Drew.
Yeah, it's true. And then there's this nerd. Yeah, right. Oh, and don't forget YouTube, right? It's up on YouTube tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yes.
if you did miss the start of it or any of it, this will go up on YouTube tomorrow or Tuesday. Depends on how long. Sometimes Twitch takes an age to download stuff.
Yeah,
so
it does.
We'll see
Yep.
how it goes, but otherwise it'll be up pretty soon. And if you want to see more of me, I guess on here, I do another show with a few folks on a Wednesday called the Extemporal Academy,
So
which is a one shot improv session. here's how it works. Basically, we start the show with nothing planned, and the audience give us a few prompts, and we play a D&D one-shot session just using those prompts. So far, we have had one of our characters riding a one-armed cowboy into a wedding, and we've had some of our characters unable to foil
cowboy riding. It's
she was riding a one-armed cowboy, and we've had some of our characters unable to foil a pineapple as he flies away in a in a tower rocket. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Whatever.
That's awesome.
Fever dream. That is a D&D.
They are basically D&D fever.
So Savannah says that she's at work during it. That also goes up on the YouTube as well, so you can catch it later.
They do go on YouTube afterwards, so you can watch those back. Although I will say it is kind of one of those you want to be there kind of things.
Oh
because we throw some of the so in this session, for instance, if they roll something and I decide whether or not the roll has hit the DC it needs to, every now and again on that one we'll just completely remove all the dice rolling and we'll put a poll up, and the audience are like, yeah, that happens, or
it's
yeah,
so
it doesn't,
fun.
right? They just get to pick stuff. So it's really stupid, but it's good fun. But we appreciate you being here Sunday. This is my sort of bread and butter. This is my highlight of my week, still playing with these boys on a Sunday. So
playing D&D.
I appreciate you all being here, and yeah, until then, we will see you next week. It's time for a long rest. We love you all. We'll see you next week. Good night.
Bye.